Welcome to my full 100% walkthrough for Hollow Knight Silksong. I'm doing this video format with commentary. I'll walk you through everything, but I've also got a full text guide in description which I've also made maps for. So you can either follow that or follow this, or just kind of follow that along with me as we go through this in the videos, guys, just so you can keep on track a bit better. But yeah, it's all there. I've made maps and text and everything. Find it linked in description, and I'll update that as we go through these parts. So when we begin this, we're first going to do the 5-hour speedrun. Now do not be put off by this. If you find yourself taking way too long, then at the end of it, just follow it again, the first 5 hours, guys, and do that part again. Like I say, I'm going to try and do it first, but you can always try and do it afterwards if you're too far behind. Now pausing, if you pause the game by pressing the actual options button, which brings up the menu, it will stop the timer. It will stop the timer. We have completed the game in under 5 hours for a trophy, and also get 100% in under 30 hours. We're going to get both of them in this playthrough. What you can do, because what a game does is it's only got one save file. I mean, it's got 4 save files on the title screen, but you've only got kind of like one manual save within each save file. But the game makes hard autosaves on each file, which you can roll back to. So what you might want to do, if you go forward and you find yourself taking far too long, and you don't want to go through the first part again, you could go into your save file, click on the small refresh button at the bottom, and it'll bring up all your autosaves, and you can roll back if you want to time back then. I'll show you in a minute. So when you first get control back, we're going to quit to menu. The reason being is because you start the game with 4 HP and we want 5, otherwise you're probably going to get killed. And if you come into menu, if you look at this, so you see that refresh icon at the bottom, you see? So they're your autosaves. They will always be there, and you can always roll back to any of them autosaves. Just keep that in mind. So we're going to load the game back up, and now we should have 5 HP. We're going to jump in this secret hidden passage on the right. Going to smash that shell shard, catch, and you're going to quickly attack this enemy. He'll take 9 hits, but he'll do 2 mask damage to you at once. So, but if you just keep attacking him, you'll probably get 5 or 6 hits straight away. Then he'll probably attack you, you'll get a few more hits in, he'll attack you one more time, and you should be able to finish him off before he kills you. If not, and you die, just go back in there. You shouldn't lose anything. All you lose when you die is your rosaries if you do not get back to your cocoon on time. Similar to a Dark Souls style. But you kill him, you grab a beast shard and any shell shards he drops, or SS for short. Then once you beat him, I'm going to come along here and follow my lead. Like I say, we'll try and do this in 5 hours to begin with. So try not to take time clearing any enemies, which I don't. You might see me killing a few just because they're going to get in the way, or you might need to do it sometimes anyway to build up silk, which you might need for something coming up. But you should be able to tell with what I'm doing. So we're going to come up here and grab this mossberry. By the way, in my text guide, this is room 2. So grab that mossberry and come through the right exit. Coming here, this should take us back in room 1 where we've started, but higher up in that room. And I think altogether, this whole guide, even with the Hunter Mementos farming, it's probably going to be about 10 to 15 hours. That's how long I think the whole guide's going to be. You're going to drop down here slightly and grab that frayed rosary string. Once you've got it, climb back up, guys, and take the right exit. Try not to fall all the way down to the bottom, because if you do, you're going to have to come back up again. So drop down slightly, keep left, grab the frayed rosary string, and make your way up here. Now, because we're trying to do this in 5 hours, we're not really going to be able to farm, because it's going to waste time. And the reason I kill them 2 enemies around them small blocks, because if not, because they move around the block, they'll likely damage you when you jump up or knock you back. So I take them out, jump on the block, and then jump upwards to the next one. Now here, back at room 1, but further up, jump across to the far left side and come through this far left exit. Of course, cut the vines, guys, and head on through. There's a bench in here. We're going to rest, then we're going to go back, drop down, and get an item. We'll be doing this quite a lot, because when you quit and then reload, it spawns you back at your most recent bench or your last autosave, and it saves whatever you was doing up to that point. So you don't lose progress, it kind of fast travels you back to a bench, and we're going to be doing that quite a lot, so bear it in mind. But also keep in mind, when you do that, you do get full health back. So even if it's an autosave, it can be quite useful. So you might trigger an autosave where it's not a bench, and you might be low in health, but if you quit and reload, you'll get full health afterwards, but you'll lose all your silk, so just keep that in mind. And in here, we just smash that chest and grab a 30 rosaries from inside it. Yeah, grab a 30 rosaries or more or less. I've only got 29, but it doesn't really matter. Should be okay. You can farm rosaries, but like I say, we've got to be really careful with this first speed run because it will be quite tight. We should complete the game in about 3 to 4 hours to begin with, so you probably spare like an hour or so. Now once you loot that chest, you're going to quit and reload. It's going to spawn us back at that bench. That's why I went to the bench first and then went back. Just a bit quicker. Then when you respawn, come up here, and this is going to be the first boss. First boss, of course, going to be the easiest. A lot of enemies in this will start doing 2 massive damage, similar to that very first enemy in that hidden room. And this boss takes approximately at our current upgrade level. I have wrote it down in the text guide. Where are we? Yeah, so Moss Mother, she takes 24 hits. And when you come to healing up, when you bind, you're going to heal up 3 mask. So try to save your silk until, of course, you can heal up 3 mask. Otherwise, you're kind of wasting it. But I know sometimes when enemies are doing 2 mask damage, sometimes you want to heal up as soon as you can. You want to keep full health because you never know what's going to happen. There doesn't seem to be very much invincibility frames on this as well. You can get killed very, very quickly if you're not careful when enemies are doing 2 mask damage. But once you beat that boss, carry on along the path, go up guys to ascend, and then up here on Bone Bottom, just carry on right and you trigger a little cutscene. You might like what I've done with the map. There's quite a lot of maps out there, but I've made one which is quite different, which the other ones haven't done. I've not put every single collectible on it because I think it clusters the map a lot, and like I say, there's various maps out there already anyway, so I don't need to do exactly the same as them. What I've done in my map is I've put small divides between every single room, so you can tell where each room finishes and each new room begins, where all the exits are, so it makes it easy to navigate when there's no map. Because when you've got no map and you're looking at collectible guides or maps, it's hard to tell exactly where that is. But because I've divided where the rooms are, you know, for example, if you're going to 2 rooms to the right, you know that's where this item is, for example, because I've divided them. And because I've divided them, I've also gave each room a number, so it makes it easier for me to relate to my text guide, which I think is quite helpful. I mean, you have to let me know, but I think it's pretty useful how I've done it. So Bone Bottom, just going to rest on that bench once you can, and then carry on right. We're not going to buy anything yet. Remember, money is going to be quite tight because we don't want to do much farming. We want to try not to die as well, because if you die, as long as you get back to Cocoon on time without dying again, you'll get all your rosaries back. But if you die, lose your rosaries, and then die on the way back to your Cocoon, you're going to lose all them rosaries, and you don't want that to happen. And when it comes to maps, we're not buying any to begin with. I know that probably sounds bad from a walkthrough perspective, but it's going to save us a lot of money, guys. We'll buy all the maps once we've got a 5-hour speedrun trophy. Trust me, it's going to save a lot of rosaries, which we want to spend on things which are going to make ourselves stronger and hopefully make some of the bosses a bit easier. So come in this room. Of course, we damaged that wall to reveal a secret passage. Come in here, smash some mounds to get some rosaries. In there, you should find, how much was it? Yeah, rosary times 60 in that room. So you should have about 90 rosaries at the moment. Right, going to continue down here. This ledge will break, dropping you into a arena. Now for this gauntlet, there's going to be 6 enemies. The first 3 enemies are going to take about 3 hits each. They're not difficult. But the last enemy, when he hits you, he does 2 massive damage. So be very careful you don't get hit. He can't jump or anything, which is nice. So you're getting close to dying, just jump on one of these floating platforms, heal up guys, and then drop down and finish him off. Yeah, this guy here, he takes about 6 hits as well. So you saw then, he did 2 massive damage. Yeah, Pashanka, we got him. And once you beat him, we're going to drop down here, we're going to smash these beads, grab some more rosaries. And we're going to hit this shortcut switch. That's it, that'll just open the door to the left, which we might need to come through later. I'm going to be trying to get all the shortcuts along the way. And once you've got all them rosaries, come to this next room, smash these rosaries as well. Grab some more. That's it, do not activate that bench. You can pay, some benches you do have to pay to activate, but of course it's going to spend a lot of rosaries, which I do not want to waste waste them on at the moment. We are going to use rosaries to unlock bellways. They cost money, but other than that, Yes, we're not going to spend too much on unlocking benches for the time being anyway. Now you want to go right, then up, and then left slightly, come around here. Now you need to lure that big guy out of there, otherwise going to take damage. Just let him come out and then jump past him. And you want to get used to this pogo, guys, this diagonal pogo. It's actually quite good, and I think it's quite rewarding. Because when you pull off like loads of successful pogos, you do feel quite good about it. So yeah, do get used to it. You can pogo on spikes, by the way. So if you think about falling spikes, remember, try to pogo first and it should stop you taking damage. Now we're going to come into this next exit on the left. You'll come in a small room, grab the shard pendant. That's one of your first tools, and that should pop your first trophy. I think that's the first one. Yes, there you go. Acquire your first tool. Once you've got that, you're going to carry on upwards and then take the next exit on the left above you. Yeah, next exit on the left, but above you. And each video is probably going to be about 30 minutes long, guys, of course, as always. So in here, I know there's a few skips you can do, but I'm trying to leave off all the difficult skips, guys, unless it saves a massive amount of time. Now, hit that lever to lower that block, then carry on right, smash this mound, get some rosaries, keep left so that you catch ones which might fall into spikes. You catch them first. That's it. Once you've got them, climb back up here. You can jump on this block now that you lowered it by hitting that switch. Continue upwards and hit this switch to create a shortcut back to the room below. So if you die and respawn at that bottom bench, you can just go right and then up and you'll be back in this room. Now this is Chakra. He's going to have a lot of maps for sale. We're not going to buy any yet. I know they're very helpful, but we need to save our rosaries. And the good thing about Chakra anyway, if you miss him anywhere, well, if you find him and then go through the area, he'll kind of move on. But he always takes up like a residence either in Bone Bottom or Bellheart, depending which you've unlocked so far. So you can always just go to Bellheart, talk to him and buy all the maps you've missed so far. So it's nice and easy to get his maps. Now in this room, attack these enemies along the bottom. They take 3 hits. You can normally get 1 hit in, then you have to move out of the way and do 2 more hits. These are good to kill because they drop rosaries, as you can see. So they could be a good farming spot for the time being. But of course, it's going to take up a bit of time. They normally drop about 5 rosaries each. You're going to take up her path, hit that top left switch, and then come in this hidden part on the right, guys, and get these rosaries. Try to keep left so that you collect them before they fall down. That's it, then take this top exit nearby. Now in this room, smash the fake wall on the left, and grab this coral commandment over here. This is a relic, and you give them to an NPC later, and he buys them off you. I forget how much you get for these ones. I think it might be 180 or something. I forget exactly. But yeah, we're going to sell them later, guys, and get rosaries from them. Now you want to come along here next. Of course, watch out for spikes. And I am going to be killing enemies in this room when I come across them. Of course, if the enemy dies to spikes, you're going to lose anything he drops. Now these two, you can hit them from below, because you don't really have much space on that floor to fight them without taking damage. But if you fight them down below, and watch out for them traps as well, but the traps can kill enemies. But yeah, attacking them from below, guys, can work quite well. And once you kill them, jump up here, grab the beads, rosaries. So I just call them beads, it's a bit quicker. Yeah, than saying rosaries at the same time. Yeah, I might just call them red beads or something. But yes, carry on left along this upper path, and you're going to get your first skill. When it comes to them autosaves, by the way, them hard saves, the game normally makes them when you get a new skill or a new art. Not tool does not count, or like a memory locker. It's like main things like this, like a silk skill or a ancestral art, or very, very key story events can also trigger hard autosave. Like I say, good thing about them is you can reload them at any time, no matter where you are in the game. So you got a trophy there, bound, for getting your first silk skill. Now we're going to continue left. Now if you don't have much silk, you can attack them strands and get silk back, by the way. I'm going to kill that bug. Watch out for that trap. I'm going to grab this frayed rosary string. I'm going to knock down that little shortcut. And now I'm going to continue to this bottom right passage. In the text guide, by the way, when I say bottom right, or for example, bottom left, or top bottom, so take this far right passage. In here, use a bench. Now, at the bench, we're going to equip the shard pendant, because you can only equip or unequip tools at a bench. So, shard pendant, and then come down here. Drop down, go right. There's a small hidden path. In here, kill this bug, and grab the moss berry it drops. Once got moss berry, go back out left and take the far left exit. Yeah, when it comes to actual directions on what exit to take in the text guide, the first description indicates at what point along that side of the screen it is. So for example, if the first part says, if it says like top right, that means it's at the top. And then if the second word says right, that means it's on the right side of the screen. So it'd be the right side of the screen, but the exit at the top, for example. I have kind of explained that in the text guide a bit, just in case you don't quite understand. But hopefully you can understand that. Let me know if you think I should try and explain it a bit better, but I think I have done. So you're going to drop down here, go left, come out here, drop down again, in this room, attack all these beads and then collect them. That should give you a good amount. Of course the silver ones give you a few more. Then drop down slightly, unlock that shortcut elevator. That'll take you to the bottom of Bell Bottom. Yeah, the bottom of Bone Bottom. And then continue right along this top path. There's a bug down here, by the way, which has a moss berry in its mouth. We're going to grab it later, because if you grab it now, you're likely going to fall down, then have to come back up. It'll waste a minute or two. Right, it's going to come right and continue up through here. The reason I'm coming up through this way is because you get some nice rosaries, and you also get a spore fragment, which allow you to fully maximise your silk gauge, pretty much. Yeah, mask shards increase your health, and spore fragments increase your silk gauge. Yes, and I keep falling down. I'm going to try not to do this too much. I did it here, and there's a point there trying to fall down quite a few times. But yes, watch out for the traps. Yes, like that. And of course, once you've got all them beads, come left into this room. And there you go, there's that spore fragment. You have to get 2 to complete a full one and increase your gauge. Step on the switch to unlock the shortcut door above. And then jump on up, guys, back into this previous room. Now we're going to go left, attack these pilgrims along the way. Remember, 3 hits, just attack them once and move out of the way to avoid their attack, and then 2 more times, that's it. There's a bug up there. Them bugs do not drop any rosaries, but I'm just going to get them anyway, so you're probably going to get in my way. Now I'm going to get them beads, then once got them, I'm going to climb up and make our way towards the top right exit. And this should take us to a bench, just before the boss. I like to come and get this bench because it's the nearest one to the boss. That's it, kill these 2 pilgrims, guys. Come through this upper right exit. And use the bench. Of course, you do not really have many items at the moment, so it's not like you can equip a certain build. You just got to make do with what you have. But yes, unlock that shortcut gate, rest at the bench to, of course, activate it. And then come up here. And this is a Bell Beast. And once you beat him, you're going to unlock the fast travel system. So free him with your silk spear. Now he takes altogether, I'll let you know exactly how many hits he takes with our current upgrades. Then where are we? Yeah, so he takes 30 hits to kill approximately, and your silk spear normally does about 3 damage from your, 3 times your needle attacks. But the problem is, it uses your silk and you need to keep your silk to heal. Sometimes this boss will do 1 mask damage, sometimes it will do 2 mask damage. So just be very, very careful. You might want to keep your silk, guys, to heal up. Yeah, about halfway through the fight, all these spells will rain down. Just try to keep out of the way of them. Yeah, its attacks are quite limited. He'll either jump out above you. When he jumps above you, you need to kind of jump up and hit him up, or catch him when he drops down. Of course, try not to stand in the way where he jumps up, so it'll damage you. When he runs along the bottom of the screen, you have to jump over him and like downward pogo and try to hit him before he digs back down. When he comes up in the middle, you can normally attack him once and you have to move out of the way to avoid the 2 bells. And then of course just avoid the bells coming down at the same time. Yeah, I think they're trying to get you to get used to different ways you can attack enemies and how you have to evade them and whatnot. But once you beat him, jump up into that orb floating in the sky and you get warped to a memory. When you're in memories, pretty much when you die, it doesn't really count as a death. You just get kind of warped outside the memory. Yeah, same with any consumables you use within a memory, it shouldn't really count. So when you leave the memory, you'll kind of be back at that state you was when you first entered it. Yeah, so make way to the top, guys, and grab that silk heart. You normally get 2 of them when you go towards completing the game at least once. Yeah, 2 of them are kind of unmissable to get the first ending. And you probably notice we are getting quite a lot of things along the way. You can get through this a lot quicker. I'm trying to kind of build ourselves up, guys. Try and keep this a bit easier. Because when enemies start doing two mass damage a lot more, yeah, fights can be over pretty quickly if you're not careful. Now, as soon as you get back here, you jump up here, and it's going to introduce the fast travel system, the Bellway. I'm going to use it first to warp to Bone Bottom. I was going to buy a few things. I like to come back here, so I just like to buy this magnetite brooch, which makes it so, you know, the rosaries, you automatically pull them towards you, which I just like. I don't like having to run around when like one of them rolls all the way down the ledge below. It's just nice when they all come to you via magnetism. So yeah, buy the magnetite brooch from Peb, and also buy the craft metal. You should have enough rosaries. Then once you bought them, come into your inventory and use the beast shard. That should automatically give you 140, and you should by now have over 200. I've got 238. You can always go and few enemies if you don't. And you want to interact with this wish wall. It's like a notice board. Take all 4 quests, and the quest which wants you to donate 200 shell shards, you should automatically complete that as soon as you take it, guys. Because you can't take it unless you've got a required amount to donate. Yeah, so take every single quest. That's it, and then once you've done so, we're going to quit and reload to get back to that recent save point quicker. So make sure you did not rest at any bench at Bone Bottom. If you did rest at a bench at Bone Bottom, then you need to go back through the Bellway. But the game created an autosave. It didn't create a hard save, but it did create an autosave when you beat that boss just here. So it just spawns. It probably saves about what, 20 seconds. It's all going to add up over time. And the reason I'm doing this because it makes you move a little bit quicker. I mean, we will get a sprinting option soon. That should come up in the next video, hopefully. But yes, coming here, I'm going to hit that switch. I'm going to go outside and then go back in, so it makes it a bit quicker. Otherwise, got to wait for like a little mechanism to spawn the bench. So hit the bell, lever, go outside, come back in, rest at the bench, equip the magnetite brooch instead of the shard pendant. Hit that shortcut switch. That's it. Make sure you hit that because we might have to come back up there later. Now I'm going to kill this pilgrim, try to make sure he lands on the platform when he's dead, and grab the pilgrim scroll from his body. That's part of the quest. You can't collect them until you've actually started the quest. So yes, grab a pilgrim scroll, shawl from him. Then continue right and build up some silks. You need it in a minute to kill a strong enemy. Now attack him 3 or 4 times, then use your silk spear, guys, to kill him. That's it. Grab the rosaries behind him. Then once you've done that, come up here and take the next right exit above into this room. In here, there's another pilgrim there. We're going to attack that yellow sack. It will explode, so move out of the way. And if you plan it right, you can bait him to jump into it and kill him. If not, you kill him by your own needle. And grab the pilgrim shawl he dropped. So you should have 2 pilgrim shawls at the moment. Drop down here, hit that yellow sack, guys, and move out of the way to avoid all the other ones which appear. And then grab this craft metal behind it. That should be 2 craft metals we have right now. Once you've got that, you're going to climb back up. I'm going to take the right top exit. Because this exit is along the top of the screen, but it's on the right side. So you're going to have to pogo on these red bulbs, and it'll make you bounce. If any enemies seem to be in your way, just kill them first, guys, otherwise it's just going to knock you down. Yeah, it's quite satisfying when you pull off all these like little pogos. Yes, this top exit. I like to come in here because there's a lot of rosaries. I think it's 75 in this room. So yes, knock the down them ones first. Smash this fake wall. Come on through. Bounce across. That's it, bounce on the nipples. And you got some rosaries up here. And you got a chest down the bottom. And look at them, they're all coming to me via magnetism. Nice, so I don't have to run around looking for them anymore. Right, once got them, I'm going to go back across and take the bottom exit, which just came through. There's another boss coming up soon. I was hoping to get it in this video, but it took a bit longer than what I thought it would. But if you check on the text guide, you can kind of keep up to date with progress I've made. Yes, come in here and hit that lever to knock down the shortcut. Now, don't drop down too quick like I did. Yeah, so that's one of the times I messed up. I mean, it's not a big deal, which means I've got to climb back up. Just make sure you hit that lever before that happens. Now here is a secret passage. Come inside and grab those rosaries inside it. I just used the silk spear to kill them more quickly. So yes, grab them rosaries in that hidden passage, climb back up guys, and take this top right exit. It doesn't really lead anywhere, but you can get some rosaries inside. Yeah, destroy that sack to find 30 rosaries. Now you're going to drop down, I'm going to go into a back room, and there's a boss fight coming up shortly, so you just want to save the game. This is the closest bench. Yep, I actually want to go down there, I don't know where I'm going. Yeah, I thought I fell down further than what I did. But yes, come to this back room, I'm going to save the game guys, and that'll be it for this video. And what I'll try and do at the end of each video, I'm going to quit and go to menu so you can see exactly what minutes I'm on. So you can maybe reload if you need to, or of course decide if you want to keep going or if you want to reload. But yes, that's it guys. Hey, welcome back to part 2 of my 100% Silksong walkthrough. We're going to jump in. We're going to start this video with a boss fight, and we've got another boss fight a bit later, but we do get 2 new abilities, which is nice. We're going to get a swift step, which will allow us to move quicker, and also the cling film. Sorry, not cling film, I have no idea where that came from. Cling grip. Cling grip will allow you to grab onto walls, which is going to get right near the end. So this first boss, he is going to deal 2 masks of damage, so you've got to be very careful. But a nice place to fight him is in the tunnel. So look at that, how much damage he does. You can get a few hits to begin with before he actually gains control and starts attacking you, you know, while he does this initial animation. And if you come to this tunnel near the entrance, just sit in once at a time and just keep moving like this, and it works really easy because in this tunnel he can't jump, so that removes one of his attack. But you still got to be careful. You just want to attack him once, move out of the way. You can sometimes get him twice, but what I found is sometimes we'll go for 2 hits, he might catch me, because sometimes I might just be a bit slow and I don't realise, or he might be a little bit quicker. But 1 hit you can always manage. So I like to just hit him once, move out of the way. Sometimes he might dash towards you for another attack, but most time we'll just dig straight back in, so you can just see where he's coming back up from all the dirt flying up in the air. Move out of the way, get 1 hit in guys, move out of the way, and just keep doing that. It's a bit of a slower way. It does take about, I didn't actually write down how many hits it takes, but I think it's about 30 hits to beat this guy, about that. But yeah, got him. Like I say, I think that's the simplest way to beat him. You can also bounce on his head, but you've got to be careful of that, because sometimes if you time it wrong, he might catch you with one of his attacks. Right, and then once you beat him, take the right exit. You want to try to build up some silk if you can, because it can be useful just to always have a bit of silk so you can heal up if needed. These little enemies take 4 hits. Most enemies in this area, guys, take 4 hits, by the way. The bugs going along the floor and the flying bugs. The fast enemies with the little knives, they do take a bit longer. They normally take about 10-15 hits. But with them, I try to avoid them unless I have to fight them. But in this room, make way to the top, get that lost flea. That will be flea number 2. Once you've got that flea, bounce up here and take the right exit. And this is going to be room number 3. Sorry, that was flea number 1, not 2. Yep, flea number 1. So ignore me where I said number 2. Yeah, flea number 1 that was. So in this room, go up to top left, kill that enemy and grab these beads. That should be beads times 20. And this enemy, this one I mean, is quite difficult. It actually takes about 15 hits to kill. But just try to get past him. I normally bait his attack and then jump over him and get past him that way. You're going to bounce over here, cut that loose and grab a rosary necklace. You definitely want that because it gives you 120 when you use it. Then carefully jump down here. There's a buggy you can attack if you want to get a bit more silk. Carry on across, you've got another one of these annoying enemies. So wait for him to attack you, jump over him guys, and just bounce past him and take the far right exit. We are now going into room number 4, according to my map, of course. Now in this room we have got a gauntlet. The first enemy, you will have to fight him, but once you fight his first enemy, Chakra is going to come and help you. And the way I like to fight these, just keep your distance guys and keep jumping as well. And only go for 1 or 2 hits at a time. If you want to play it safe, go for 1 hit. It's a bit longer, but it's safer. So 1 hit, move out of the way, be ready to jump. Make sure you've always got a good distance between you, so you've got time to obviously react to whatever attack he's going to do. I mean, if you've memorised all his movesets, you can be a bit riskier, but if you learn this enemy for the first time, it's best to keep your distance and go for 1 hit at a time. Probably best with every enemy. When you learn them, keep your distance and go for 1 hit at a time, guys. So now Chakra is helping us. You've got these 2 bugs. Try to use them to build up some silk. And this flying enemy, and this enemy on the left, he's like a smaller variant of that first enemy we fought. He's got similar attacks, so just be careful with him. These both take about 10 hits each, I think. Actually got 2 of these now. Chakra, as you can see, does quite a lot of damage. So if you want to play it safe, you could actually just wait for Chakra to kill him. Just go on the defensive, guys. Now here, this bit can go very wrong very, very fast. Especially if you're not using the cling film. You have to wrap the enemies up. So if I get low on HP, what I like to do at this point is just stay away, guys, and keep trying to evade him and let Chakra kill him. Like you see me doing. It's a bit cowardly, but it's a safer way, and it's going to allow me to survive longer. And we've got them. So once beat them, I'm not going to buy any maps. Like I say, we're trying to save our rosaries. You're going to take the far right exit. So this is room 5. Try not to fall on the spikes, they really hurt. And up here, as you can see them like spider webs. They're actually silk. You can attack them to get more silk. So keep an eye out for them when you're traversing the game. Once you've got that silk, you want to just look down. You can look down by holding down on the analog stick, of course. That's it. Bounce along here. Get past that enemy. Yeah, you do sometimes lob like a little throwing knife at you, like so. Right, and you want to take... There's some traps there, by the way. You see them like little plates on the floor. Jump over them when you see me jumping there, because there's 3 traps on that floor, and I jumped over all of them. Now this one, room 6. You're going to make your way down and take the lower right exit, this one here. I didn't initially want to come in this room, but there's a memory locket at the end. And it can come useful later, because we will have to come in this room a bit later on. But I just want to get this memory locket. So again, bait that enemy. You jump over him when he goes to attack you. Get past him. The reason I don't jump over him straight away is because they might do a jumping attack, and you might end up jumping into him. So I'll let him attack me like a dash, and then jump over him. So go back memory locket from that little cage, and then go back through the left exit. Yeah, if you're quick enough when he's spawning, he can jump over him then if you're quick enough. But when he's already spawned, yes, it's best wait for him to kind of attack you, and then you jump over him afterwards. Just so you know he's not doing a jumping attack. So back in here, take the lower left exit. Open this shortcut gate by hitting the lever. And carry on left, guys, to another arena, another gauntlet. This gauntlet's a little bit easier than the last. In this one, you've got 7 enemies, but they're the weaker ones. So you've got these 2 to begin with. And you've got 2 bugs. Remember, these bugs take 4 hits each. Yeah, I shouldn't be being attacked by them. That's me being very, very lazy. You should normally hit them once or twice and move out of the way. So of course, if you just stand in place with all 4 hits, they're going to catch up eventually. Just because they move a bit quicker and recover quicker than what we can attack. And then the 2 flies, then 1 more lease, and 1 more flying enemy, guys, and that should be it. Yeah, this should be the last 2 enemies. Yeah, they normally do a 2-hit combo, so just be careful with them. That's it, got them. Just going to heal up. Now I'm going to take the left bottom exit. Now in this room, we're going to go down about halfway. Watch out for that rock which falls down behind you. And watch out for that flying enemy as well. Because what happens is when you attack an enemy, he likes to knock you onto the spikes behind you. And then break that fake wall on the left. Kill that enemy behind it. Climb to top, guys, and get that frayed rosary string. Once got that, drop down, go to bottom right, and hit that cluster to reveal a shortcut, which we might need later. That's it, just attack that cluster to blow up the wall, guys. Then you want to take the left exit. In here, continue left, and we're about to get a new ability. So because this is a new art, it's going to trigger a hard save. So at any point in the game, you can roll back to this save. But one thing to bear in mind is if you ever do roll back a hard save, all your hard saves will still be there. No hard saves are overwritten, and even any hard saves which are later than the one you're reloading. But your current manual save, you know, which is on the front, that will be deleted and overwritten, and you will not get that back. So although hard saves will always be intact, when you load one up, it will overwrite your front save. So keep that in mind. And I see with this we can move a lot quicker. So hold R2 to run, keep jumping. When you are holding R2, just keep in mind that when you press jump, there's a small delay. I'm going to free that flea at the top, guys. That's flea number 2. Yeah, so that's flea number 2. Got mixed up. So get flea number 2. Carry on down, hit that lever to unlock the gate. Then come down here. Smash this shard bundle to find 15 shell shards. Drop down halfway down the second elevator on the left is a bunch of beads. You've got 30 beads there. So grab the beads and then take the bottom right exit. In here, take the bottom left exit and unlock this bellway, ready for later. It'll cost 40 rosaries. Yeah, so unlock that, guys, and then break this fake quarter on the left and head on through into a hidden room. In here, try not to hit the lava which is falling down. As you see, it does massive damage. So just wait for it to come down. Remember, you can press dash when you're in the air. If you're quick, you can kind of dash past 2 at once if you keep it going in the same direction. But if you switch in direction, just do one at a time. And there we go. Just attack that flea, guys, to free him. And once he's free, that's number 3. So flea number 3 of 30. Go back into bellway, then take right exit. Back in this room, ignore chakra and take a far right exit opposite. In this room, head on up, hit that gate, hit the lever to unlock the gate below it, and then hit this lever, guys, and drop down into the lower room. In here, go left and jump up, and on the top left, you'll find a item. Just watch out for that little explosive rock that explodes, and grab that shard bundle. Once you've got a shard bundle in that small hidden room, go down on the elevator, and then go right for another gauntlet. There's going to be a bench after this gauntlet, by the way. And this one isn't too bad, I don't think. So these enemies, the helmet, if you try to pogo the helmet, you will not do any damage. And that enemy, if like this, that first enemy on the floor, you normally attack him once and move out of the way, because he kind of attacks almost straight after you get close. And the flying enemy, you can actually knock his small little bombs back into him. But because they only throw them left or to the right, they do not throw them down, which you can get underneath them, guys, and just keep attacking them from behind, and they won't be able to hit you. And the guys with the shields, obviously, you can only get 1 or 2 hits in, then you have to jump behind them to attack them from behind. But 1 or 2 silk spears can kill them quickly, if you can afford to waste a silk. Remember, you always have to decide, am I going to waste silk to use a ability, or I'm going to save it up to heal with. And that's it. Once that gauntlet's out of the way, you're going to go straight up in that room once the platforms come down. Go up to this upper ledge, guys, and go east, to find a merchant. This is the Forge Daughter. Exhaust the dialogue first, and then she should open a shop. We're going to buy a few items from her. These should hopefully come in useful later. So you might have to use 1 or 2 of your rosary, your frayed rosary strings, to get a few more rosaries. You might not quite have enough. I think I need like an extra 50. And what you want to buy is you want to buy the sting shard, the magma bell, and the crafting kit. You'll need 2 craft metals to do that, and you should have them. So you just saw me then, I had to use 2 frayed rosary strings just get a bit more rosaries. So again, buy the sting shard, the magma bell, and the crafting kit. Don't buy anything else. Come left, rest at the bench, and now use a memory locket on a yellow slot. So hover over a yellow slot, guys, on your crest, and hold X to use your memory locket and reveal another yellow slot. And what you want to equip is, for the red tool, equip the sting shard. For the blue tool, equip the magma bell. And for yellow tools, equip the magnetite brooch and the shard pendant. Unlock the shortcut gate to left, take a lower left exit, then drop down the shaft and take the next exit on your right. Now with these embers, which you can stand on, if you stand on them for too long, you'll take damage. So you have to just stay on them for a second and then jump. And you that lever on the top right, that'll lower them slightly, but the one on the left will go up, and you can actually reach this spool fragment. So you want to grab that, and that completes a spool shard, and you'll increase your silk gauge just by 1 though, 1 little tiny slot, 1 gauge. Right, and you'll get a trophy, guys, restored. And what we're going to do now is save and quit and reload. That's going to respawn us back at the recent bench a lot quicker. And we've got a boss fight coming up, by the way. Probably the first, I won't say the first major boss. I mean, Moss Mother and the Bell Beast do kind of count. But I mean, since Bell Beast, yeah, this is a proper boss. So yes, this is Lace, and she's actually not too bad. She does take about 45 hits to beat her, which does sound like, sorry, 55, which does sound like a lot. Yeah, approximately 55. But she only does 1 massacre damage, which is nice. And as long as you keep away from her, guys, and just keep jumping up. You can sometimes get 2 hits at once, but 1 hit you should always be able to manage. Because if you go for 2, sometimes she'll raise her sword ready to parry you, and she'll normally do a parry with a flurry of stabs. And after so many hits, you'll stagger and get a few hits in. And if you can spare it, you can do Silk Spear to do 3 hits at once. Or save up your silk, guys, in order to heal up. It's up to you. But you can attack quick, so if you ever do want to heal, try to lure her to one side of the screen and run to the opposite side and heal, or wait until you stun her. So once you get about halfway through her fight, she'll kind of do that attack. When the big circle appears, just move out of the way, wait for her to do her attack, guys, and then get in and do an attack or 2 off yourself. That's it, and just keep attacking her, guys. Like I say, it's not too bad, I don't think. Maybe I'm used to Hollow Knight, because she does seem a very similar to a fight in Hollow Knight. I forget which fight now, but it's a fight very similar to this in Hollow Knight. And that's it, we got her. Like I say, about 55 hits. Right, and you get a trophy. Farfields, welcome. I guess that's the intro done, I guess. Yeah, welcome to Farfields. So coming here, I was going to hit the lever, going to go out and come back in. So it triggers, it makes this animation go by quicker. Going to come in, rest at the end bench, and then go out the right exit. And now we're in Farfields. In here, I'm going to take a far lower right exit. The top exit, you can't go through it yet, so you don't have the cling grip. Right, so in here, you want to dash, and in order to make this jump, you have to turn, but you have to turn without hitting a wall to keep yourself running. And then jump up here. Now here, yes, I fell down, but I normally have to kill the enemies on that platform because they get in the way of me running. And as you see me turn there, if you run into a wall, it will stop you turning, and there's not quite enough distance there in order to run and jump. Because when you start running, you need quite a bit of a runway in order to jump again. And you want to take this top exit to the left. So left top exit. Then in here, get them rosaries on the left. If you've got a silk spear ready to use, you can quickly use that to destroy them all at once, guys, and get a 25 rosary. Don't bother fighting that enemy. So grab them 25 rosaries, put the wall on the right, guys, and then come to this room next. In here, climb up and go into the next passage on your right. Watch out for that trap. There was a tile on the floor. You saw me jumping over it. And free that flea. That is flea number 4. So get flea number 4. Go up a bit more, guys. Go in the passage on your left. Get those 15 beads at the end. And then take the top exit in this passage. We're now in room 3 of Farfields. In here, make our way right, then up, and then left slightly. Just going to kill that enemy. I'm trying to build up some silk at the same time so I can heal up. There we go. Yeah, so you got some beads over here. When it comes to healing, by the way, the reason you've always got 1 left is because you know that silk card we got. The silk card, if you remember from the little tutorial got, it said regain your silk. All it does, it allows you to regain 1 piece of silk. So you always get 1 silk back. And once got them beads, you're going to take the top right exit. In the stream, very carefully drop down this, guys. So if you drop down, you can't get back up. So get them beads just below you on the left. Destroy that yellow sack on that floating block. Drop down to the bottom. Smash that yellow sack, but then come to the left so you don't fall down. And so you drop on that ledge below. Drop down, try to attack that yellow sack above. It doesn't matter if you miss that one, but it's one just below it. You want to make sure you destroy that one. And when you destroy it, move to the right. And when you drop down the hole, hug the wall on the left. Because then you're going to fall on the ledge below. So make sure you fall down exactly what I do in that room. And then once you fall down to that next exit on the left, do not go through it. You should see a bellway sign on the right. Take a right exit where the bellway points to. And come into here. Unlock the bellway. And the reason I went left and then right is to make this animation go over quicker. So it takes quite a long time for this one to come in. That's it. So unlock the bellway, go out, come back in, guys, and then use the bellway to walk to the Mara. If you do fall down that shaft, by the way, unfortunately you're going to have to reload. You're going to have to quit and reload, guys, respawn at a save, and make your way all the way back. Yes, that way. Take a long way round. So that's why I say try not to fall down. Right, and back at the Mara, go right, save your game there, and then in this room you're going to make your way up. We're going to get flea number 5. We're getting the fleas because it allows us to warp to Greymoor a bit quicker and avoid a boss called Moorwing. So in this room, carefully traverse across all these platforms. Up here, watch out for them big guys. Remember, they do 2 mask of damage. And platform across here. Once you get to the far right, we're going to drop down slightly and dash, and you'll find flea number 5. There she is. Now drop down. Drop down again. We want to go through that shortcut door we unlocked earlier. Or shortcut floor, sorry. Yeah, this shortcut here. And we want to take the next right exit below. This one right here. In this room, keep going right. You'll find a small passage. At the end of this passage will be a frayed rosary string. So pick that one up. Climb back up, guys. And then drop down slightly. And on your left, it's going to be a fake wall you can break. This wall just here. We're going to go through this gap because at the end will be some more beads. Rosaries or beads, it's the same thing. Just in case you wonder what I'm talking about when I mention beads. Yeah, so grab them beads on the left. There'll be about 25-ish. Then drop down slightly, go left to find the flea caravan. Now I talked to this first guy with a little tash. This is the flea master, Mushka. With Mushka, keep talking to him, guys. He's going to be mega pleased that he brought 5 fleas back. And that's going to complete that quest, the last wish. And keep talking to him, and he's going to ask you if you want to travel with him. Because with a flea caravan, whenever you find so many fleas, they'll move on somewhere else. You have to get 5 fleas the first time, then I think it's 20, or I forget exactly. It's 5 for the first time, somewhere over 10 the second time, and about 22 the third time, I think. But yes, talk to him, and when he asks if you want to travel, make sure you choose yes. Yes, very important, make sure you choose yes to travel with him. Like I say, we're going to warp to Greymoor. Once at Greymoor, you want to interact with this round kind of like cooking pot on your left with the yellow bubbles coming from it, and you'll get a new item called Flea Brew. Flea Brew is kind of like it's like a buff consumable, like a potion type thing, and when you use it, it increases your movement and attack speed, by the way, and you only get 3 uses at a time, and when you rest at the bench, it will refill it, and you can only have 30 uses in like your stock. And to restock it, you have to come back here and pay 30 rosaries out of the cooking pot again to refill it. Like I say, you can have 3 on you at once, but you've got 30 in your bench. And you want to try and save it until it's going to be really useful. So once you've done that, come right. Yeah, rest at the bench as well, of course. So get a flea brew, rest at the bench, guys, so you can walk back there. And come right to get the rosary beads above you on the left. Come into this dark room on the right next. Be very careful in this room, but keep going right, cut down that block. Yeah, watch out for the little bear traps on the floor. There will be a big enemy here which will do 2 mask of damage. You need to be really careful. You're going to drop down on the far right, about this far right fake wall. And if you've got an enemy chasing you, quickly run to the end and drop down, guys. I like to come down here because there's 45 beads, which is quite a lot. You cut down about 30, and there's 15 in the gap below you. Yeah, so watch out for this big enemy. Like I say, it does 2 mask of damage. But he's quite slow and he's just got 1 attack. And so if he does hit you, you can just keep running to the end here, guys, to avoid him. And get 1 or 2 hits in. Yeah, it's just playing it safe. But of course, watch out for the small rats as well. So I'm going to get rid of him, and I'm trying to use him to build up my silk so I can heal up. Because to get back up, you have to go kind of like 2 shafts to the left. Yeah, this shaft here. So you have to climb back up here, guys. And once you do climb back up, you want to go kind of right and then up. And then on the next fork, you want to go left. There'll be another big rat. So again, be very, very careful. Like I say, he does 2 massive damage. You get in this open space, you can use Pogo to jump past him. I'm going to climb up on the left and follow the path to the right, and you get a memory locket. Once you get a memory locket, continue right, break this fake wall, and take the right top exit up here, which should lead you to a room with a bellway. This would be the Greymoor bellway. Break this fake wall on the right, and unlock this bellway, guys, with 60 rosaries. Once you've unlocked it, you want to quit and reload to respawn at the recent bench. Be a nice way to walk back to the flea caravan. Right, once back here, we're going to go left into Bellheart next. There'll be a cutscene when you first come in. Belheart, Belheart is kind of like the main hub area. You've got Bone Bottom, but primarily this is one of the main hubs in the game. But to begin with, you can't access it. We've got to defeat the next boss in order to unlock all the merchants and whatnot. Yes, it's currently haunted. So we're going to rest at the bench. Right, then we're going to go left and make our way into Shellwood, guys, and unlock the Cling Grip ability. So go left and then left again. There's quite a lot of tricky platforming here, so just take your time. Yeah, and that enemy lobbing spears at you, you probably want to kill him, guys. It gets very, very annoying. He's going to get in our way when we're trying to traverse along the top of the screen. Or more the middle. Yeah, so you might want to kill him, the guy lobbing spears. Right, and then come left, jump upwards, up here. These little bugs aren't too bad. These are quite easy to use to build up silk. Right, you're going to run and jump to this middle floating platform. You find a frayed rosary string. So grab that. Then jump up again to the right. Again and again. And you're going to keep making way to top right. And then once you get about here, guys, you want to start making way to top left next. Yes, you'll come up here, carefully traverse up the room, and you want to take the top left exit. Yeah, top left exit. Right, and here it's going to be a gauntlet. This gauntlet can be quite tricky. First off, defeat these flower enemies. They don't move too much. You just got to make sure you move out of the way of the explosion. Now, the annoying part is these like little mantis type enemies. They can attack you very, very fast, but they die in 5 hits. So you can kill them with like 1 silk spear and 2 hits. And with mantis enemies, they can do like a spinning attack in the air. So you've got to be very careful jumping over them. Only jump if they're currently doing an attack, because if not, they're likely going to do like a spinning attack in the air, which will combo you for like quite a few hits. That's it. Then once you've done that gauntlet, go left and take the next left exit. In this room, stand on that plate to unlock the elevator. Take it downwards. And then down at the bottom, we're going to go right and unlock a shortcut door ready for later. This will lead us to that big room with the lake and that enemy throwing spears. So press that switch on the right to unlock that big shortcut door on the far right, guys. And then you want to jump over the elevator and take the far left exit. Ignore chakra and take the left exit in this room. In here, we're going to traverse upwards by bouncing on the little flowers. And be careful, because a few of these will spawn flower enemies like that one there. Remember, they explode. You've got to make sure you avoid their radius. But if you're quick, you can kind of evade them. That's it. Bounce on them. Keep going up, guys, and take the top right exit. Now here is where it's going to get a bit trickier. Saying that, I don't think this bit's that bad once you get used to it. Now, when you're taunting enemies, it will be using up all your silk. So use any silk you have to heal up if you can. But luckily we are going to keep getting 1 silk back, so you can keep taunting him. And to taunt, you press the R3 button, by the way. You're going to taunt this enemy like you see me doing. Do not kill it, just taunt it over to you. And then try to avoid its blast. And you're going to taunt it to this side of this wall. Do not go through the right exit. And by the way, if you do kill that enemy by mistake, you can just go out of the room and come back in to respawn him. This enemy respawns by just leaving and coming back in. You're going to lure him over to the side, like I say, press R3 to taunt him. And you're going to jump on him like so. It works really well, because he gets stuck behind that wall and he'll just kind of float there. And you're going to climb up there, pogo that enemy, and then dash. Make way up here. These enemies take 4 hits, but when they do come out, you can attack the whole of the small little tentacle. Quite good. You're going to go up and then bounce over here. Then in this room, you can run here and then dash past that enemy to get onto this ledge. And you want to be quick getting up here before all the heads come out. That's it. Again, bounce upwards, be quick. If you want to kill this, you can quickly normally, if you get beside one, you can normally attack it 4 times to kill it before they come out. That's it. And bounce across, and in here, guys, back in the top of that previous room, is Cling Grip. This will complete a hard save, or trigger a hard save, by the way. So we're going to end the video here, actually. Just go through the cutscene first, and once you get control back, you'll see the save icon. Yeah, this triggers a hard save. So if you quit the game at any point, you're going to respawn here, unless, of course, you reach a bench after the fact. But you can come back to this point at any time throughout the game, because it creates a hard save. And that's a Cling Grip. we can finally grab onto walls. So once it creates a hard save, there we go. I'm just going to quit, guys, show you what time we're on at the moment, and that'll be it for part 2. So quit to menu, and you'll see where I am. Welcome back to part 3, guys. When we get to this next boss, I want to bring up the difficulty again. It's just something I want to remind you about. But when you first spawn in, back where you've got a clean grip, you want to drop down on the left here. Try to keep right a little bit as you drop down so you can fall down these enemies. Attack some of them to build up some silk, just enough to use a silk spear. Then drop down in this little cave on the left, this little passage. Smash that purple flower to get the polar part. That should be polar part number 1 of 6. Get that one and then take the right exit, the lower right exit. Bounce up these flowers and use silk spear to destroy that flower at the top straight away, guys, and get polar part number 2. Do not forget to get that. The reason I like to get silk spear is it destroys that straight away. Otherwise you're probably going to attack it, drop back down, have to climb back up, attack it. But yes, that's polar part number 2 of 6. Come in here next, and you want to drop down the right side. Be very, very careful. These plants, some of them will fire out little projectiles, and if they hit the bottom of the platform you're standing on, the blast will damage you. And all we want to do, quickly get that flea, guys, and make our way back up. So free that flea at the bottom, that will be flea number 6, then climb back up. If you get underneath these flowers, they won't be able to hit you, and it can be quite easy to build up your silk in order to heal up, guys, if you need to. And you just go on a bit more from that flea and take the next right exit above you come to. Go all along here, smash a fake wall, carry on to the far right, guys. There'll be another fake wall, and behind it you'll see it flashing is our first mask shard. There's 20 of these altogether we need to get. We're going to get a few before completing the game for the 5-hour trophy, just so it makes us a bit easier to survive, because you have 1 or 2 more masks depending on how much I end up getting. Then once you've got that mask shard, you're going to save and reload. We'll quit, sorry, and reload to respawn here. Of course, because we quit and reload, it would have saved our progress. So you still got a mask shard, because when you get that, it normally triggers a bunch of enemies to spawn behind you. So just doing that allows you to avoid them a bit easier. Then you're going to go up right, yeah, take top right exit from where you've got a clean grip. Come in here, make way upwards, and then left. Be quick, and you want to destroy this purple nest. Now, if any of them bigger flying enemies come down here, they normally, when they try to attack you, if they touch water, it will kill them. So you don't need to worry about attacking them. Yeah, the bigger enemies follow you down here. Just focus on the purple nest. And like I say, they'll probably attack you and fall into the water, guys, and kill themselves. They want to come down here, jump across this gap, do not fall down, otherwise it's going to go all the way back around again. And break this flower to find a polar part number 3. Once got that, you now want to take the lower right exit, but on the way you're going to get some rosaries. At this fork here, go up, and there is some more rosaries, guys. Yes, rosaries times 40. So you want to get them and then take the bottom exit. Yeah, I thought I missed a few there. Yeah, so bottom exit. Now do not go left. If you do, you're going to trigger a boss fight, which we'll leave until later. Yeah, then take right exit there. In here, drop down in the middle, take a lower left exit, trigger that switch. Do not exit room as quick as what I did, because I thought it would have, but that didn't actually trigger the elevator. I guess I was a little bit slower in all my other practice runs, but yes, when I get down to bottom, the switch has not come out. So yeah, stand on that switch, make sure the elevator opens, and then go back. Come in this room, go to top, get a shard bundle times 1 on the top right ledge. Then slide down slightly, guys, and come to right exit. Break these 3 fake walls. These bells, that's it. Take the right exit in here. Now be very careful. The bigger enemies in here, they'll deal 2 mask damage. They can be quite good for building up silk, because they don't really move, they just go up and down. That's it, you want to go up. And then to the top left, guys, and free that flea. That's lost flea. That should be number 7, I believe. Yep, number 7. And you want to come down here. And as I fell down, there's some more rosaries on the right, if you saw them. Yes, that's rosaries times 30. Then you want to take the lower left exit, not the bottom one. I dropped down there by mistake. Yes, take the lower left exit. That's it again. When you're going down that bell shafts, guys, remember to watch out for the bigger enemies. Now in here, by the lower left wall, find a fake wall and grab polar part number 4 behind it. That's 4 of 6. Break this fake wall here. Go left. Then in this room, go up slightly and grab that rosary string on that ledge. Drop down and we can trigger the save point now. So there should be a switch to the right, which should call that elevator back down, but it's not. It hasn't come out. So I guess I left the room too quick. It's not a big deal. You can actually get up to there by going in this room, go kind of left, up, and then right will bring you to the top. But yeah, trigger that bench, guys, and save your game. Trigger that bench and save your game. That's the closest bench to the upcoming boss. That's why we paid to unlock it. So once you've unlocked that bench and rested, come up here into this room. This is a room from earlier. Destroy that purple flower to get pilot part number 5 of 6. Come to the far right on this middle platform. Destroy that purple nest. Come inside this room, guys, and grab a long pin. Once got long pin, quit and save. Save and quit, and then reload to respawn at that bench. Now we're going to go and fight the boss. So I'll go through strategy first when we get there, and then I'll kind of just talk about difficulty a bit more to you. But yeah, this will be the Widow boss fight. Probably took me, when I first played this, I don't know, between 5 and 10 attempts, I think, to get it more or less down the strategy. But yeah, it's got 2 stages. The first stage, it would take 45 hits to knock her, and her second stage would take about 28. So yeah, there's less in the second stage, but the second stage is much more aggressive. So I'll kind of write down what I've put in I'll let you know what I've put in my text guide. So you want to try and keep your silk for healing during this, because some of her attacks do 2 damage, especially when the bells come on the floor. The 4 silk strands will come from the ceiling, and bells will come up from the ground. When she does that, you want to make sure you avoid them by jumping on the wall or something, because then bells will do 2 mask of damage. And you want to try and make sure you do use the walls, because they're quite good for avoiding her attacks. Yeah, like I say, when the 4 strands come down, get on the wall, because it's about to summon the bells from the ground and they'll do 2 massive damage. So just keep attacking her like this, and then when she's in the air, guys, when she's kind of flying in the air, she's going to dash down at you. So when she does that, get ready to move out of the way, and then after doing that dash down, she'll always charge after you with like a combo attack. So you just jump on the wall to avoid it. Yeah, and when she does that, where she just teleports and starts running across the floor, she's going to summon the 4 strands, but also run at you like this. At that point, you can normally get 1 pogo attack, and then you jump on the wall to avoid it. And that's kind of how this fight goes, guys. So she'll keep teleporting away to call the bells from the ceiling. When she does that, that's when you want to attack her. Then just watch out for other attacks, which you will need to obviously dodge before attacking. But yeah, when she teleports and calls the bells from the ceiling, you can normally just attack first before dodging, unless she's calling down like 10 bells at once, for example. Then, of course, you need to make sure you evade first. And so that's the first phase done. So second phase, she's much more aggressive. So for second phase, like I say, it will take 28 hits. You want to focus more on avoiding the bells, and you want to try to attack her after she's performed a dashing attack. Because after a dashing attack, she's kind of always going to teleport away and summon more bells. And she'll almost always, if she hasn't already, after summoning 3 lots of bells, she'll normally do a dashing attack if she's not done so already. So she can do it randomly, but like I say, if she's summoned 3 sets of bells, if she has not done dashing attack by then, she'll do one after 3 sets. And that's what you need to keep doing, guys. So dodge the dash attack, get a few hits in, look out for when she's going to dash again, dodge, get a few hits in, of course, watch out for the bells in the meantime. And that's kind of how you do it, guys. Yeah, so something about difficulty. So following me and keeping up to time, so of course we are doing the 5-hour speedrun first. I imagine, of course, it's going to be quite difficult, especially if you're playing this for the first time. Even with some of these strategies I'm giving you, it still requires a bit of practice and a bit of skill. So these first points I mentioned at the start of the guide, remember, you can always roll back a save. For example, we're going to get the needling art here, and because it's an art, it's going to make it a hard save. We could always roll back to save if we need to. So if you get an hour down the road and in a guide and you realise you're actually 2 hours behind or something, you can always roll back to this point, or you can always save back up. So what you can do, every time you rest at a bench, you can just, if you've got PS Plus, of course, quit the game, back up with save, guys, and if you mess up too much, you can just restore that save, and that might be a bit better if you've got the means to do so. Like I say, you've got PS Plus, but you can always use that hard save. And of course, the last thing you can do is you can just go with it, do the best you can. If you don't get a 5-hour speedrun, then at the end of it, of course, you have much more experience with the game by then. You'll be better with the controls. You'll stop dropping down all the time like I'm doing there. And if you just do the 5-hour speedrun again, just follow the start of this video again. You know, first 8, 9 parts, however long it's going to take, get a 5-hour speedrun. Follow that again, guys, get a 5-hour speedrun, and then that'll be you done. So you've got quite a few options. Just want to emphasise, do not worry too much, guys, if you are struggling to keep up with me. Like I say, this game does require quite a bit of skill, I think. I mean, even with some trying to go for cheesy strategies, they still require a bit of skill, even to cheese sometimes. But yes, so during that memory, after defeating the boss, we're going to grab this orb at the top. It's not a silk heart, by the way. Yes, not a silk heart. It's just some kind of orb. And with the needle in art, so now we can open certain doors. There's certain doors around the map where you can stand in front of them, hold Y when you see the prompt. You'll play like a little silk harp, and the door open. There's one in the very first area where we gain control, but we're not going to go there till a bit later because there's no warp point there, and we're going to try to go there later when we've got the ability to get everything we need to get there, pretty much. I don't know, we'll see, unless there's something really which could be really helpful. We'll see. Just make maybe 1 or 2 trips. It's not like it's going to waste too much time. And the 30-hour trophy, by the way, it's going to be very, very generous. It's not generous if you're playing blind, but when you're following a guide, we've got lots of time. It's only a 5-hour trophy you need to worry about. Once that's out of the way, guys, you can kind of take your time after that. So I'm confident you'll get a 30-hour trophy easily. You know, even if this is your first time playing. But if it's your first time, you might struggle with a 5-hour one. If you're not, like I say, restoring saves, backing up saves, you know, things like that. So this is another bell. You can trigger this animation to finish quicker if you quickly hit the lever, then quit and reload to respawn. But yes, hit the lever, guys, use the bench, and come right. Unlock this elevator and then ride it downwards. We're going to let go left into Bell Heart and finally upgrade our weapon. And you thought that boss might have been hard. Some of these gauntlets coming up in this video, probably more difficult than the boss. Well, probably not that bad. But you want to come to the wish wall in Bell Heart, the like wish notice board. We're going to take them to quest, My Missing Courier, and Crawl Book Clearing. Silver bells is optional. I don't take it just because it's a bit randomised and the reward isn't that great. So you can leave that one. Just make sure you take My Missing Courier and Crawl Book Clearing from that wish board. Then you're going to come up here, guys, and enter Pin Master Pliny's house. He's going to upgrade your needle. The first time will be for free. Yes, choose to sharpen it. That'll make it, I think, at the moment, I think we do 5 damage, your nail. But I think when you upgrade it, it goes up to 9. It's something like that. It gives like about an extra 50% damage or so, this very first upgrade. Yeah, they all kind of increase your damage by 3. So, like I say, you do about 5 or 6 damage to begin with. And each time you upgrade it, you get like an extra 3 damage more or less. So you keep talking to him. Yes, you upgrade that. And you keep talking to him again after. And take that quest, the Pin Master's Oil. So talk to him and take his wish, guys. Then come outside and talk to Chakra on the right. We're not going to buy anything from him yet. Just exhaust his dialogue. Yeah, do not buy anything. Then you want to come down after chatting with him and save your game at the bench. Enter the Bellway Station. Once inside, come down. Going to unlock it with 60 rosaries. Once you've done so, it takes quite a long time for it to appear. So you can speed it up by quickly exiting down here, guys, and jumping back in. Right, and then we're going to ride it to Greymoor. That Bellway Station we unlocked earlier. It's not actually too far away from here. Just like all the way to the right and then up. But we unlocked it when we got our memory locket. Right, so once you spawn in, we're going to take a top left exit. Yes, up here. We're going to make our way up. Ignore the exit on the right. We're going to go through there in a second. Just carrying up, guys, to get them rosaries. And we want to go to top left next, but I kept falling down. because up there is a shard bundle. There'll be some wishes where you have to donate shards, so just having these bundles can be helpful to complete them. And we're going to get the next crest at the start of the next video, by the way, the Reaper crest. Yeah, grab that shard bundle and take the next right exit, this one here. Yeah, the Reaper crest, by the way. So once you get a crest, it does trigger a hard save, but they also give you different attacks. For example, they change your pogo. The Reaper quest will make it so your attacks are a bit slower, but when you use binding to heal, you will automatically gain a bit more silk when you attack as normal for a short time. But also, your pogo is different. So at the moment, we pogo diagonally, don't we? But when you get the Reaper crest, you pogo straight down, so it makes it a bit easier to platform. And this gauntlet, by the way, is 3 enemies. They're quite easy to kill. The first 2 enemies die in 3 hits each, by the way, and that third enemy is a bit stronger, but it's only 3. Then you're going to come right, come into halfway home, and talk to Crage. Yeah, so exhaust his dialogue. Is it Crage or Crage? Something like that. But yes, exhaust his dialogue, guys, until you see the wish updated. There you go. See that prompt in the bottom left corner? So talk with him until the wish is updated. Rest on that bench on the right, and then come and talk to Nu at the top. She's going to give you the Hunter's Journal, which of course we have to fully complete. Not fully. There's a few entries you don't need. Kind of like optional battles, which can be missable. But as far as I know, I don't think any entries are missable on this, and any which are, they don't count. Similar to the first game. So yeah, talk to her, guys, and get the Hunter's Journal, and you'll also begin that quest. The bugs are filing. Then once you've done so, unlock this bottom right door by standing on the switch, come out to the right. Once back outside, climb up, and take the next right exit above. Right, in this room, I'm going to take a far right exit. This is room 10 on my map, by the way. Yes, right exit, then you're going to come into room 1. Try not to fall down here, because you can't get back up. You have to go all the way left to get back up. Now drop down slightly, and get the Mirage Freeze on the left there. 20. Then carefully platform up to the top right, guys, and take that exit. Like I say, if you drop down, you're going to have to go down left and then up again to get back to where he was. Now in this big room, come right and release them shortcuts. Then drop down, but keep right again and unlock that shortcut next to give a shortcut back down to the bottom. So there's 2 shortcut levers in that room. Unlock them, then come to this room next, the bellway. Press the lever to activate the bell and the bench. Go out and come back in, speed it up, and rest, guys. So we've got a save point there. Once we've got that save point, come back in this big room and start climbing up all the way to the top. Quite some annoying enemies, by the way. So you've got some rosary beads there. Not too many. Yes, only 10. Then you want to continue up, guys, and to the top left. Follow this passage. There is a few shortcuts you can do, but they're quite difficult to do, so I just like to go the normal way. Yes, and to make that jump, you have to be running. Yeah, so as you can see, you can't quite get enough distance on that small ledge to run, so you have to run from the bigger ledge before this one up here. And just hope you don't hit any enemies along the way. So run, jump, and jump again. There you go. Then once up here, guys, get the Spore Fragment. I know a lot of enemies, and them enemies can be quite annoying to fight. So quickly grab a Spore Fragment, guys, drop down, and take this exit. That's why I got to that save point just back then. So the save point very, very close. We're going to drop down to this lower lever we unlocked. I'm just going to go and save my game again to get my health back. Yeah, it's only like a few seconds away, so I may as well get the extra 2 masks. That's it, and then take this right exit. So in this room, this is room 4. Drop down to the left and to the right slightly. Grab that frayed rosary string. Then drop down to the very bottom, guys, and take the lower right exit. Now come up here, where the building is. Go on the middle platform. Going to kill this enemy. He's going to drop 4 rag pelts. One of the wishes we currently have, a cruel book clearing. It'll make them winged enemies drop rag pelts, and we need to get 25 of them. So enter the house next, down at the bottom. We're going to get rosaries in a minute. Try to get a few, but if you miss any, don't worry, because later on there's going to be loads of balloons appear which we can bounce on. And you want to make your way to the top of this room. Up here it's a gauntlet. This is quite a difficult gauntlet, guys. Probably one of your most difficult gauntlets so far. Outside of them mantis enemies, probably. But yeah, just take your time with these. And it can be better to just attack them from directly below them by attacking upwards, because then you're not kind of in the way of their attacks. And sometimes the wall just kind of drop down on the floor, so be careful. Yeah, these smaller enemies just get directly below them, guys. Then the attack should miss you and just attack from below. These are the ones you want to watch out for. These ones are like a little staff. That attack where they hover in the air and do the spinning slash, be careful of that, because if you get caught in it, guys, they can attack you 3 times at once. So be very careful. Yeah, there's no invincibility frames at all on this, pretty much. Probably like 1 frame invincibility. Yeah, so you've got 3 little ones again. So you can try and use these to build up some silk to heal up if you're getting low. Right, and this should be the final 2 enemies. So you've probably got the worst 2. That bigger one lobbing the 3 projectiles. But if you get directly below him, his projectiles won't hit you. Just got to be careful you don't drop on you. Yeah, but if that enemy with the staff starts flying, be very careful because they do a long kind of like airborne dashing attack, which has quite a lot of range on it. So be careful of that. I've got one of them, so just this guy left. Not too bad. See how much damage that can do? I mean, he only did 2 then, but yeah, that can, if you get caught in it when it first starts, it can do like 3 mask damage. Right, so I've got them all. And during that gauntlet, you would have got a lot of rag pelts, so I've got 21 of 25 so far. So I need to get 4 more. Right, bounce that balloon and hit the top lever. That'll make loads of balloons appear outside the house, by the way, so I can actually get to the top of the room now. And now some balloons in the bottom of this house. So before I leave, I'm going to grab all the rosaries. Yep, do not forget to get all these. Yeah, them little silver ones, by the way. I think they give you, I think it's 5 at a time they give you. That's it, and there's a few more up here, guys. Right, head back outside. So be very, very careful out here. Right, hit that lever to unlock the shortcut gate. Now you're going to make your way up the room, but along the left side of it if you can. Try not to go too far to the right because you might trigger more enemies. If you just keep to the left like I'm doing, hopefully it won't trigger too many. I mean, there's one of the bigger enemies there. If you don't go too close, you shouldn't trigger him. Now I'm going to kill these 2. They're going to drop some rag pelts. Yeah, let's grab the 2 rag pelts. So I need 2 more, I believe. Right, so I'm going to bounce up here. You're going to bounce the very top left ledge. There's going to be a lever on it. Yeah, I know it's quite tricky. It's what I mean. I mean, it's not even really killing the enemies. The platforming can take a bit of practice. Yeah, be an enemy here as well. So after him, I think I need 1 more rag pelt. There you go. Hit that lever to unlock the little gate below you. Then we're going to take that path below, guys. You have to dash to make that distance, by the way. And that last small balloon on the left. You have to dash and then pogo. Then make way up the shaft. You can actually bounce on the spikes, but it's quite tricky to do. So I'm trying not to rely on it too much. Now, if you destroy that guy, I mean, I probably should have left him because trying to kill him knocked me down. But yeah, if you kill him, that'll be a final rag pelt you need. But he's dropped down too far now, so I'm just going to leave him. Right, and once you're up here, just bounce up to the top exit, guys, and go through it. And up there, it's going to be another art. When we collect this art, it is going to create a safe. This will be a thread storm, which is quite a good ability. Because it's an art, this is the... sorry, it's not an art, it's a silk attack. Or what do they call them? Do they call them silk arts? I forget the exact name of these. Oh, sorry, ancestral art. That's what they're called. Yes, this one is a thread storm. Sorry, it's a silk skill. I've wrote that down wrong. Yeah, so it's a silk skill. Ancestral arts are the ones which kind of like a main movement ability. For example, double jump or clean grip. But yes, so I did have to load that back up. Yeah, but normally when you first do that, there'll be a few enemies along here. You're going to grab this rosary, destroy this fake exit, guys, and go back down the bottom. Yeah, but I had to pause there, so I just loaded back in. Anyway, when you drop down here, go to that 3rd ledge just below where you drop in, and drop down directly to the ledge below. You can't quite see it. But yeah, then you want to jump over to the right. And in that kind of hidden passage there, you find rosary ×5 and a 3-fold pin. Red tool. Once got a 3-fold pin red tool, drop down but dash to the right to land on the next ledge. Grab that flea. That's flea number 8. Grab the rosaries below him, guys, and now you're going to make a way kind of the same height or the same elevation but to the left. Yep, about here. And the small little ledge there has got an item on it which we want to collect. It's quite tricky to reach actually. And what you'll find is easier if you land on the wall above it, then slide down and then dash into the little passage. So yeah, slide down that wall and then dash into the passage like so. In there, you'll find a frayed rosary string. We're almost at the end of this video, guys. That's it. And now you want to take next left exit above this one here, which has kind of like that orb on the signpost. Now hit that lever to unlock that shortcut gate. Go up here and grab them rosaries. And I think I need one more rag pelt, so I'm just going to kill one enemy. This guy here, so he's all by himself. And there we go. So my final rag pelt should now have 25. Now go left again into the bell room. Rest at the bench to get all your health back. Go left, hit that switch to release a shortcut block and take a lower left exit now. There's going to be some pilgrims in this room, and if you remember, we've still got a pilgrim quest where you have to kill pilgrims and loot the pilgrim shawls from their body. So kill these pilgrims and take the shawls from their body. That's it, so there's two there and there's one on this ledge. Try to make sure they don't fall in the water, by the way. If they die by falling in water or spikes, you will not be able to loot them. So that's 3 pilgrim shawls. Take this bottom exit, come down to the bottom, go right, and you'll find a bone scroll at the end. We sell these as a relic to the relic seeker, relic seeker in Belheart. I think at the moment we've got a bone scroll and what's the other one? A choral commandment. Healed by them, and you want to go back into this room, go left, and defeat these 3 pilgrims. Again, loot their bodies afterwards, and you should get 3 pilgrim shawls from defeating all 3 of them. This can be a good spot to farm, actually. You know, there's better spots, but I mean this early in the game, because there's a bench just to the left in here. You can rest, go and kill them 3, get some rosaries, come back in here, rest, do it again, guys. But yeah, rest at that bench, and that'll be it for part 3. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on part 4 tomorrow. Hey, welcome back to part 4, guys. So it's going to load back in, and of course we should be in Greymoor. So from the house, halfway home, I'm going to head left and take the far left exit. Go through this gauntlet area and take this next left exit through there. Drop down, take the next lower left exit in this room. In here, you want to traverse up the room and grab the rosary times 20 on the left, below the spinning traps. Once got that, we're going to go in the exit on the right, nearby. You find 2 NPCs in there, we're going to chat with them, just exhausted dialogue. Yes, Garmond and Zazar. Yeah, so talk to them 2 guys, like I say, exhausted dialogue, then go back through the left exit. You can't really go anywhere else. We're going to get a Reaper Crest in a minute, which will make it so it's going to change your pogo a little bit. So instead of diagonally going downwards when you do your pogo, you know, your down attack, you just kind of do it straight below you now. So it makes it a bit easier. So you're going to come in the top left exit, not a top left exit, the second exit below the top left. Go through there, then make your way through this room, and once you get into the main part of the room where it opens up a bit more, then rosaries on the top right. That should be rosaries times 20. Drop down slightly to the next long platform below. Follow it left and take this far left exit. Carry on left in here and enter the background door. In here, we're going to drop down, go right and then up. We reach a small arena, guys. Big gauntlet, and in this gauntlet, there's going to be 7 enemies. This one isn't too bad, if I'm honest. That one earlier is probably worse than this one. You got this as enemies, just take your time with them, guys. Yeah, I'm cutting it very, very close here. I've got 1 mask of health left. And there will be a boss fight at the end of this video, by the way, the last judge. Which, personally, I don't think it's as hard as a Widow. But it's probably going to be his second most difficult boss so far after Widow. It doesn't attack as fast as Widow, but some of his attacks do a bit more damage. And you've got a bigger arena at least to evade him. So yeah, these enemies, most of them are quite weak, but that big one which spawns with a trident, of course he's got a bit more health, so just take time with him. And then back to his enemies. Of course, keep your distance, and when they're coming out of the ceiling or the ground, just move out of the way so you're not in the way, and hit them a few times. And just going for one or two attacks at a time, guys. Move away, just play defensively. And once beat them, a platform will lower. You want to jump up, make way to the top, and grab the Reaper Crest. And this will also create a hard save. So it's whenever you get a new crest, whenever you get a new art, and whenever you get a new skill. And sometimes when you begin a new act as well. So there you go, Reaper Crest. I am going to be using this one for quite a while now, probably until we get that first ending out of the way. You know, for getting the speedrun trophy under 5 hours. Get that trophy claimed. Claim your first crest. Well, I'm going to go left, knock down that shortcut block, drop down, and go left to get back outside. The door closed behind you. Going to take the exit on the right. In here, you're going to drop down and get these rosaries. In here, there should be rosaries times 30, and I don't know how, but I did intend to kill this guy, but somehow he almost killed me. So I gave up. But yeah, I got a rosary times 30, that's all I wanted. You want to get back out, go right, hit that lever to unlock that shortcut gate, just in case you need to use it for later, and then take the bottom exit. In here, go right, knock down that shortcut block, go down then left, and it will take us back to that room where the flea caravan is. Here it is. In here, we're going to continue left, left again, and back into Bellheart. I'm going to change our build slightly, because when you get a new crest, by the way, unfortunately the game automatically equips it, and it makes it so you lose all your equipped tools. So as soon as you get a new crest, you need to find a new bench quickly so you can equip all your tools again. When you come into Bellheart, talk to Pavo. Make sure you exhaust his dialogue, because you'll find some of these NPCs, if you don't talk to some of them, some quests might not appear later. So talk to Pavo, exhaust his dialogue, then interact with the bench. Put on them equipment I just did. So you want a Crest Reaper, the Silk Skill you want Fed Storm, the red tool you want Flea Brew, a blue tool you want a Magma Bell, and the 2 yellow tools you want Shard Pendant and Magnetite Breach. Yes, you also want to use a memory locket to unlock a new yellow slot on Reaper Crest. If not already, then you're going to come to Bellwood Station, you're going to ride it to Farfields. Once at Farfields, guys, you're going to spawn this bench on the left, because we're going to need it soon. So yeah, spend 30 rosaries, guys, to spawn that bench, and then rest at it. Once you've rested, come left into this tool chamber, and you want to take the lower left exit. Yeah, this one down here. We're in Farfields, remember. Now in this room, head up there into that hidden space in the ceiling, climb up and grab this warding bell. Once you've got a warding bell, drop down slightly and break this fake wall on the left. Now this room you want to be very quick. Some enemies in this room, they'll deal 2 damage. So you want to quickly go to lower left, attack that wood to break the barricade up above. Then quickly go to far left, guys, and grab this craft metal. I think it's a craft metal. Yes, craft that. As soon as you got it, pause the game and quit to menu, guys. Otherwise you're probably going to get killed there. So yes, quickly grab that craft metal, pause and reload. To respawn that recent bench. We've got 2 bosses in this video, so we've got 4th chorus and the last judge like I mentioned. But 4th chorus is actually really easy to beat. There's actually a little gimmicky way to kill him instantly, which is quite good, I think. It's nice to actually see a fight like that in Hollow Knight. Silksong, of course. So we're going to leave the bellway via the exit on the left, go all the way down, guys, and take the lower right exit. In this room, head along it and take a far right exit. When we come back in here later, we'll fight a boss in the middle. In this room, yes, do not fall in the lava. You're going to make a way right and then up and then left into the house in the middle and go inside it. This is going to lead us to a new art, by the way. Yeah, I think it's the only one which is tied to a quest. So in this house, talk to Seamstress and you want to take a wish from her. This will be a flexile spines. Yeah, take that wish and you want to rest on the bench as well. That's more like a little brown pumpkin looking thing. Sit on it, guys, because it's actually a bench. Make sure you sit on it because we're going to come back there later. Then you want to exit, come right, drop down that shaft. There's hidden passage on the right. Go through it into the next room, guys. Hit that cluster. Grab the rosary string times 1. And the pilgrims in this room, you want to kill them and grab the pilgrim shawls they drop. We only need 4 more, but it's 5 pilgrims in this room, so we should have plenty. And these enemies, the hokers, you have to actually attack them, make them shoot out the spikes, and then attack the spikes when they're stuck in the ground, and they'll drop spine cores. We got to get 25 of these for that quest we just took from Seamstress. So just like this, guys. When they are dead, if you jump back up and use your thread storm if it's active, ready to use, when it lobs out loads of spikes, you can actually attack every single one at once and get a massive bundle of spine cores all at the same time. So 2 more pilgrims here. So I think I only need 1 more pilgrim shawl now. So that's 2 hokers we've done. So there's 1 more up here. So again, like I say, when you attack them, they shoot out spikes, they'll stick in the ground, and you have to attack them to make them drop spine cores. They will eventually disappear, so you have to be quick and hit the spikes, and of course if they fall in lava, guys, they're lost. Right, so once you kill them 3 hokers, head up in this far left passage. There'll be 2 more pilgrims. Get the rosaries as well up here. That'll be rosary times 25, and that should be my final pilgrim shawl. So that should be all you need, so you can hand in that wish later on. And you're going to come to the bottom right, hit that cluster, guys, exit the room and come back in. It will not respawn the pilgrims, but it will respawn these enemies. So you've got to keep doing this now, guys, until you have 25. So if you run out before you got them all, remember, when you grab one, the right one will turn orange, indicating you got a final one, and you can't get any more than what you need anyway. So eventually, once you have got them all, they'll stop spawning. So another one up here. Remember, there's 3 in this room, and they respawn each time you just exit and come back in. No need to rest at the bench. So see there, I used Thread Storm just as he died, or just when he's about to spit out spikes, and I've got them all at once. Just got to make sure you're not too close to the enemies. If you are, when you use Thread Storm, you'll get hit, and it'll kind of knock you out of the animation. Yeah, it looks like I need 1 more. 1 or 2 more. So I'm going to go out, come back in again. Right, hopefully this will be it. Yes, there we go. So you see the right just turned orange. They won't drop anymore now. Right, now we're going to head in this room on the right and take the far right exit. Now coming up, we are going to need 300 shell shards. So you might, if you're a bit short like I'm on 274, you might want to kill a few enemies along the way here. I mean, you will have shard bundles you can use, but just save you having to use them so you can save them for later. So, like I say, go to the far right door. You can use the needle in to open it. In here, we're going to get a silk speed anklets, which actually make you run a bit faster. They drain silk very, very slowly, but they're quite good to have. Do not rest at that bench. Just run right. You need to keep running. And each of them, kind of like little bars, will light up 4 times. And once they're all lit up 4 times, silk speed anklets will appear on the far right, and you want to pick it up. Once you picked up the silk speed anklets, like I say, if that doesn't spawn, just go back to the left and run along them all again, along the little grid. And once you got it, you want to quit and reload to respawn at the recent bench in the Seamstress house. This is why I didn't want to rest just yet. Right, so once back here, going to talk to Seamstress and give her a spine course. That'll complete that wish, and also going to give us the Drifter's Cloak, which will make it so you can float. Like I say, this will also complete a hard save. So once done, you're going to exit the room. So you've got a Drifter's Cloak now. So we're going to get a mask shard in a second. So exit the room after a dialogue. Come up here. Just ride the wind current. Going to kill that enemy so I get some shell shards from it. Going to climb the wall slightly. Glide across to land on this block. Attack the cluster guys and float upwards. That's it. Try to time it right so you're kind of out of the way of the blast when it explodes. That's it. And you want to glide over to the top left exit. Come inside here and use the wind channels to get over to the far left. There'll be a big orange ember on the roof. There. You need to attack that to make it fall down, and it'll smash a hole in the ground, making it so you can get a mask shard. Yeah, I think if enemies die by environmental hazard, they don't drop anything. Some silk there if you need it. So now I can knock that down, move out of the way, that's it. And there you go, grab that mask shard. Mask shard number 2. We're going to get 2 more in this video, guys, and get another health bar. And now we're going to glide back across. In this previous room, I'm going to drop down and take the next left exit below. But I'm just going to kill that enemy, get some more shell shards, like I say. I'm trying to build up about 300, so I've got enough to donate shortly. Now in this room, if you do need more silk, because you want to make sure you've got enough silk to use Threadstorm for this fight. Yeah, if you ride that second channel up, there's a hidden cave, and in there it's loads of silk webs, guys, to get some silk back. You want to make sure, like I say, you can use the Threadstorm during this fight. So what you want to do is wait for the boss to lower his head and use it to bounce upwards. Keep messing it up. Yeah, so bounce upwards and make sure you're in the middle of the screen at the top. And once you're at the top of the screen in the middle, start the out view, use Threadstorm, guys, and you'll damage some rocks on the ceiling. They'll fall down and they kill a boss instantly. That's not a glitch. There is, like I say, there's a rock on the ceiling, like a spike, and it's got 2 clusters on the side of it, which you can blow up and make the rock fall down. But of course, you can't see it during the fight. So what you do, you go to the top of the screen in the middle, and you use your Threadstorm, and that damages them all, makes your rock fall down, and it kills the boss. Then once he's dead, come left, grab that rosaries, guys, by riding the channel up and gliding down to the right. Yes, in there you'll find rosary 25. Then you want to take a left exit, and you want to take a second right exit above. Yes, a second right exit with a bellway sign outside it. There we go. Come in here, and I want to take the bellway and travel to Bellheart. I don't know what happened if, for example, because that boss can move its head. I'm not sure what happens if the rock falls down as it moves its head to the left. I'm hoping it can still hit it. But every time I've done it, it's always pretty much always hit him on his head, even when I've tried not to. So back at Bellheart. So now I'm going to change my build very slightly. I'm going to unequip the shard pendant and equip the silk speed anklets in its place. As you can see, I'm running a lot faster now, guys. So like I say, unequip the shard pendant and equip the silk speed anklets in its place so you can run a bit quicker. Now go left, left again. In this room, jump above the elevator, do not use it, and take the far left exit. In here, can take the far left exit again. Now we're in Shellwood, of course. Go to that left exit where the bench is pointing to, make our way through this room. And at the end here, you actually want to take a top exit. Yeah, so traverse up here, guys, to take a top exit. There will be a bench at the top anyway. Up here, use all your different art so far. So of course you can bounce on the enemy, you can use clean grip, bounce on the bulbs as well, and dash into the wall. Right, up here, you want to go right. You're going to hit the bell to trigger this bell and also to spawn a bench. Just hit the lever, go outside and go back in to make it appear quicker. You're going to go through the far right exit now, and you want to unlock this bellway. It will cost 40 rosaries. So you want to unlock that, guys, and then take the same exit on the left. Use the bench because you're going to walk back here a bit later. So make sure you rest at that bench. And then come left, take this left exit and drop down this hole in the middle here, but keep to the left. Yeah, keep to the left. Now as you transition to the next screen, keep left again and glide if you want to. You want to take this next left exit below, that's why we're keeping left. Sorry, you don't want to take that, that's a bit of a mistake. Never mind, I only wasted a second. But yeah, you want to keep dropping down, but keep left. And the aim is to land on this ledge, where this NPC is being attacked by 2 enemies. Take out the 2 enemies, and then talk to Tip, guys, and you complete this wish. My missing courier. Now we're going to take the next left exit below. So now you're going to drop down again, but again keep left and take the next left exit below. This one I meant. So first you rescue Tip from the enemies, and then you take the next left exit below. Now run along here and do not try to kill that enemy. I mean, you can technically kill him, but it's going to take a long time, and you just want to avoid him for now. So come in here, run to the end, drop down, smash this fake wall on the right to get a 3rd mask shot. Then once you've got that, you're going to climb back up, guys, and run straight back through this area and straight back through the far right exit, back into the Mosslands, because this is worm waste at the moment. Now in here, I still need to get a few more shell shards, so I'm just going to try to bait some of these enemies, guys, and just kill them, get a few more. And at the bottom here will be some rosaries. So in there, you got rosaries times 30. Then once you got them, you want to carefully drop down, but keep left. When you transition into the next screen, dash left first, and then glide to land on that lower ledge below. Grab the rosary times 30, down there, sorry, times 25, and grab the weaver effigy times 1 on the next ledge below. Then try to jump and traverse over to that lift. I have made it before, but a lot of times I don't make it. But we've already unlocked this shortcut, so if you don't make it, when you fall down below, the elevator should follow you down anyway and take you back up, like I say, because we unlocked that shortcut earlier, if you remember. And then once you appear, go right, just going to attack a few more enemies, get some more shell shards. And the aim is to kill this enemy here with a mossberry. I used my thread storm there to kill him instantly. He'll take 2 hits. That's it. Once you've got a mossberry times 1 that enemy drops, make sure you fall down if you need to grab it. And you want to talk to Pebble at the bottom, guys, and buy the 4th mask shard. There's 20 altogether, and this is number 4 of 20. There you go. Got a trophy there protected. Acquire 4 mask shards, and you've got 1 extra health bar, which is nice. And now, once you've done that, you want to interact with this wish board. Take the donate quest. You should automatically complete it because you've already got the 300 shell shards it requires. And you'll also hand in the Garb of the Pilgrim's quest, which you've completed by grabbing the Pilgrim Shawls, which the Pilgrim dropped. You'll get a Rosary Necklace for that reward. Then take the other 2 wishes, guys, Volatile Flint Beetles and the Terrible Tyrant. Do not rest at the bench down here, by the way. Probably should have said it earlier. And then what we're going to do now is we're now going to warp back to the top by just quitting and reload it. That's it, quit and reload. That's going to spawn us back at the top. If you do rest that bench, sorry before I said, then all you need to do is go into Bone Bottom Bellway Station and ride the Bellway back to Shellwood, guys. And that'll basically take you in this, just to the right of this room I'm in now. Right, through here, go left, left again, back into that big shaft where you dropped down earlier. But we're now going to jump straight across and take a left exit opposite. This boss fight coming up, by the way, is going to take about 5 minutes. Yeah, come left, jump up this shaft, continue right, and you're going to take a top exit. Now in here, there's kind of like a little weather element where the screen will sometimes darken and lighten. When it darkens, you can only like see a small area around you, and the wind will change direction as well. And of course, when it's pushing against you, it'll give you a bit of resistance. But when you're going with the wind, you kind of move a bit quicker. And you want to traverse along this room. You've got to go kind of left, up, and then right. And once you get to this point, we're going to drop down this shaft and come left to unlock that shortcut, just in case we need it later. That's it. Climb back up. Yeah, try not to drop down on the floor there. Them little things will kind of damage you if you fall into them. Kind of like spikes, basically. I don't think you can bounce on them, but you can bounce on some spikes. And this fire shaft, just before the fire exit, guys, the top right exit. Yeah, drop down the shaft and follow it to find a memory locket. Yes, there you go, another memory locket. Once got that, climb back up, guys, and take the top right exit. In here, now drop down in the middle. You see that chain in the foreground? There's a small platform just in front of it. And you want to walk off that platform, but drop directly down right, and you land on that platform below with a frayed rosary string inside the broken cage. Wait for the enemy on the wall on the right to climb down, then bounce on him to get above him, because that enemy does like a little combo on the wall, so you don't want to try fighting him. So I like to wait for him to come down, bounce on him to get above him, and then quickly climb up and take next right exit above, guys. In here, just avoid chakra, and you're going to make your way up this room. You have to kind of go right, up, left, up, right, and then up and left to reach the top left exit. Yeah, you might want to try to avoid killing the enemies, because you're probably going to end up getting killed if you try to fight every single one, and this is your first time. That's it, top left exit. Try not to fall down, guys, because you have to go all the way back through that room again. Yeah, make way to top left, hit that lever to lower the some of the cages. Wait for them all to lower, because if not, you just see what happened to me. You'll kind of go down with them. And you want to make way further up the room. I think that's the only enemy now which is going to face on the way up, and there's going to be a save point. So there should be no more enemies. As long as you don't fall down, do not worry if you've only got 1 mask of health left. So continue upwards, and up here you want to take a top left exit. In here, you want to unlock the bench and also unlock the bellway. This is the closest bench to the upcoming boss, unfortunately. Yeah, so you've got to spend a bit of rosaries there. It's going to cost 40 to unlock the bench, and 60 for the bellway. And it's going to equip them now. So I use that memory locket to unlock another blue slot. And what I've got equipped, so for Crest I've got Reaper. For the Silk skill I've got Threadstorm. For the blue tool, 2 blue tools actually, I've got Warden Bell and Magma Bell. The red tool is Flea Brew, which I'm not really going to use, and the 2 yellow tools, it's Silk Speed Anklets and Magnetite Breach. Magma Bell is quite good on this boss. He does do a lot of fire damage, and the Magma Bell makes it so a lot of fire attacks only do 1 damage. But it does have a cooldown, by the way, that Magma Bell, I believe. And you want to make your way right up and then right again. Drop down this shaft, because it's going to lead us to a craft metal. Yeah, this is the journey we have to make all the way to the boss every time we die, which is, I mean, you don't have to come into the shaft anymore because you've already got this item. But yeah, grab that craft metal. But you will have to make your way through this room again, guys. But it's not too bad once you get used to it. I mean, I can get through this room in probably 30 seconds. You know, it's quite quick to get through. And of course, I avoid all enemies. You can use some of the enemies to bounce a bit higher and save a bit of time. And don't go up there. For some reason, I thought I remembered that shard bundle, but I think I'm getting that mixed up with another room. Yeah, so here, we're going to head to the far right. You want to talk to this tall pilgrim. And after chatting to him, guys, you'll get a prompt to play your needle in. And see all them like little bells on that door? That's 5 little bell symbols. You know all them bells you've been attacking throughout the game. Each time you attack one of them, it makes one of them bells appear on the door. So you have to actually attack all the 5 bells before you can actually open this door. And you need the needle in, of course. So after playing the needle in, a boss is going to appear. Like I said, it's quite a difficult boss. I think Widow is more difficult. She took me more tries. This boss is slow, but he's got more deadly attacks, and he doesn't really do any fire damage to begin with. But he's only got a few attacks. So he'll either spin his weapon around him. When he's going to spin it, you just move out of the way, like so. When he jumps up in the air, you just either move out of the way or dash behind him. And when he lobs it out in front of him, it'll go over your head, but when he pulls it back, it'll be lower and it'll hit you. But normally when he throws his weapon out and pulls it back, I just dash all the way away from it and just wait for him to pull it back, like that one there. And when he just enters his next phase, it's going to do a lot of fire attacks, where when he spins his weapon, it will lob out waves of fire. When he lobs his weapon, it will kind of explode on the floor, so make sure you're further away. And his jumping attack, it will create like a wave of fire along the floor, so you've got to jump up to avoid that. But if you time your jump right, you can even just glide in the air if you want to stay in the air a bit longer to avoid it. And he'll also do a charge attack now as well. When he just charge attack, you've got quite a long time when you see it coming, jump and just do a downward pogo, guys, to bounce above him. That's pretty much all you got to do. When you do heal up, try to make sure you heal up when you've got time. Like I say, his attacks are quite slow, so you can just wait for a certain attack and you know when you've got time. I normally like to wait until he's spinning his weapon or when he lobs it at me. That's when I like to heal. I don't like to heal when he's charging or when he's jumping, like this. He'll take about 80 hits as well, so he's got quite a lot of health. So that, get out of the way, because like I say, it will explode. And you see this waves of fire, so you have to kind of hide inside them, in between the waves. The good thing about his charge, sometimes I think I'm not going to react quick enough, but then it just always seems to give you enough time. So it's got, from the time he takes when he's getting primed to charge up, it's quite a big window for give you time to kind of jump and downward pogo him. And because of the Reaper Crest, you're always going to hit him with that downward pogo, which is nice. And see them floating orbs. So the Reaper Crest, it has an ability where when you bind, it will kind of give you like a buff for about 10 seconds, where when you attack an enemy, they drop smaller silk orbs which you can collect to grab a bit more silk. That's what they're seeing floating about sometimes. So it's almost dead. Yeah, when he does that big one, he's pretty much almost dead. And that's pretty much all there is to him, guys. And just one thing which is very, very important, because if you mess this up, you have to fight the boss again, because I did mess this up one time. When you have killed him, he'll do a massive like kamikaze explosion attack, like a self-destruct right at the end, and you get caught in that blast, you're pretty much dead, guys, and you have to do it all again. Even though he was kind of dead, yes, you'd have to do the whole boss fight again. So 80 hits. Yeah, it's quite a long fight. There you go. So when he's dead, move to the opposite side of the room, guys. Otherwise, yes, he's going to kill you. It'll do a massive explosion. No, I'm not showing you. I'm not going to get closer to it than I have to. So get as fast away as you can. And then once he's beat, this door will open, guys. And it will trigger Act 2. Act 2, the Citadel of Song. There's 3 acts, but you can actually complete the game in Act 2, which is what we're going to be doing first. We're going to do the 5-hour speedrun trophy in Act 2, and we're also going to do the trophy for completing the game while cursed as well in Act 2. And of course, we've got a true ending to do in Act 3 and the full 100%. So we're going to continue right after the cutscene. Stand on that switch to open the gate. There's 2 ways into Citadel, by the way. You can come this way or you can come through the mist. I like to come this way just because it's more controllable. So mist is a little bit random. And you've got to fight a boss on either one. So there's a map. So you put in 40 rosaries to get the map in this room. Because in the Citadel, by the way, Chakra does not appear. To get maps, you have to buy them from like a map station. Like a little shop like this. So buy the map. That's it, 40 rosaries. If you don't have enough, then just use a consumable. And you want to make your way to the top of this room. You've got all these kind of like little platforms. They're kind of like a seesaw type motion. You can attack them from beneath to knock them upwards. Or when you jump on the higher one, it will kind of go down and make the other one race up. And you can time it so you can jump on the other one and quickly jump from that one before it goes down like so. And what I do first, I like to make my way to this top left fixed ledge, so it's not going to go down. Then I climb up the wall, glide across that one, jump on this one to race the one on the right, jump up again, quickly jump up to this far top left, go on this far top left ledge, fixed one. Then from here, you can pretty much just make way up to the top room. That's it. And up here, guys, grab a spore fragment on the left. There you go. That complete another full one. Give me another small bar of silk. And then from there, I'm going to drop down slightly, go to top right ledge. And it's actually a fake wall here. So break that fake wall, head inside. I said, try not to run straight into the spinning cog. That's it. You want to jump up this shaft on the right, continue upwards, guys, and smash that and take the top exit. Up here, make your way up this room, then go right to find a trapdoor shortcut, hit the lever to open the shortcut, guys, drop down it, and then go in the bench room on the right. I'm going to save the game, and that'll be it for that part. So I'm just going to quit to menu, and you can see how I'm doing at the moment, time-wise. Yes, there we go. 1 hour 48 at the moment. We're probably going to finish the game just before 3 hours 30, I think. But yeah, that's it for part 4, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on 5 tomorrow. Welcome back to some more Silksong. This is part 5 for my 100% walkthrough. We're going to jump back into Citadel. We're on 1 hour 48 at the moment. Be more specific, we're actually inside the coral chambers. So this first bench, we're going to head left. In this room, going by my map, this one should be room 1. Yeah, so make way to the top, grab a rosary times 15 near the top exit, just there, and then go through the top exit and into room 3. In here, there'll be a map station to the right. It'll cost 70 rosaries to buy this one, so use some consumables if you need to, guys, and buy this map. I know we don't really have full use of the map yet, but once we've got that 5-hour trophy out of the way, I'll probably focus more on buying maps, just so you can easily find your way around a bit better. If you do get lost, you can just open your map and compare where you are to my maps within my text guide if you need to. But yes, in this room, go right, go down a little tunnel, go back up and take a far right exit. In here, you'll get a little cutscene with lace. This is going to happen in 2 different locations. It depends what way you come into the Citadel. So there's 2 entrances. We took the last judge entrance, but of course you can also go through the mist, which we'll probably do a bit later. I didn't want to do the mist just because it's a little bit random, and some of the enemies can be quite difficult in there. So I just wanted to go that way we did. Either way, you got a boss on one of them, where you're going to have to learn their movesets in a way. Like I say, this way it's just a bit simpler, I think. It's not as RNG either. So after that cutscene, you're going to make your way upwards. And you're going to break this glass on the right, further up, this glass here. Go through the tunnel behind it. And then we're going to take the next left exit above. This one here. Make your way through. This enemy, I like to just kill him. He only takes like 4 hits and he likes to stay above your head as long as you keep attacking him and keep him upwards. Yes, go up and then go top right. You'll find some rosaries. Yes, there's about 15 rosaries there. And of course, I did kill an enemy on the way out. Got a few more. Once got them, go in the top left exit. In this room, go all the way to the end and go through the far left exit. In here, go in the left exit straight opposite. In this room, go down the shaft. Now, do not go too far left, because if you do, you're going to trigger a gauntlet. Just go left slightly after up and down the shaft. Break this fake ceiling above you. Come up here, hit that lever. Come past here, and inside here, you'll get a heavy rosary necklace. These are really good because when you use a heavy rosary necklace, it gives you 220 rosaries, which is a nice amount. Once got that, you want to go back through the shaft, then you want to go right into the screen, because in here it's a bench. Save your game here, and then go back into previous room, go back up the shaft. Yes, go to the top and take the top left exit. Now, if you come across any more benches, do not save your game, because after these next few steps, we're going to quit and reload to respawn back at that bench. So head all the way along here. This is like a transition room, because you go from core chambers into the slab along that like massive bridge. Once you're actually inside the slab, hit this small cage on the top of the item inside it. Just attack it 3 times. It will drop out and it'll pick it up. That's a frayed rosary string. Hit this lever to the far left and then go through the far left exit once the gate unlocks. We're mainly coming here, guys, to unlock a bellway, just while we're close by, that's all. In this room, I like to kill these 2 blue enemies with the metal poles, or canes, whatever they're supposed to be, walking sticks. Because if you don't kill them, these guys normally get in my way quite a bit and deal a bit of damage to me. Because I like to come here, grab this item, and they can block your way out. So kill them 2, grab that shard bundle inside the small cage. Once you've got a shard bundle, you're going to go up and right and take the top exit. No, not the bottom. Did not mean to drop down there. So top, right, and then go through the top exit. Or sorry, up and right. Probably sounds better. Yeah, 2 little moths will drop down from the ceiling. You can normally just avoid them. So top exit. In here, run left because there's some traps. Run left quickly to avoid them. In here, there's a new mechanic where we're in like a frosty area, and if you stay in here for too long, you'll start losing your health. You can see your health in the top left corner starting to freeze over. That's only once you're outside, so quickly grab that spore fragment, guys. Come back down into this room and take the bottom exit. In here, head right, break this fake wall on the right. Kill that bug if you want to. Now, after breaking this fake wall, there's going to be a bigger enemy here. So I like to bait him first so he attacks to the left, then jump over him, because otherwise if you're too quick, he might attack you as you're attacking the door on the right, the fake wall. Then we're going to take a bottom exit, and this is the bellway station and the safe. So all you want to do, unlock the bellway station for 40 rosaries. Once you've done so, quit the game and reload. Just wait a few seconds, because sometimes if you're too quick, as you saw with me with that elevator back in, what's it, Shellwood? I was too quick changing rooms and it didn't quite unlock properly. So just wait a few seconds, then quit and reload. That's it, once back in here. So back in the core chambers. Go left, go back up the shaft, then back up and take the top right exit. In this room, we're going to take the second right exit above. So we've just gone past the first right exit, that's the bottom right, and this right exit here. At the end of it is a flea. Now it can be quite tricky getting back across here, because there's 1 enemy at the moment, but on the way back there'll be 2. And yeah, they do get quite in your way. So you may want to try to lure them to the right and to kill them. You can bounce on the spikes, by the way. And you can melee that projectile back into him. So I don't have to do this, but I'm worried about taking too much damage. Because we have got quite a few rooms to go through before our next save point. That's it. So free the flea. That's flea number 9. Flea number 9. Then we're going to come back through the left exit, go up and go through the next left exit above. Yes, I almost got them. Now in here, there's a puzzle. There's 3 of these memory puzzles, and it's always the same. It's not random. All you have to do is jump on the switch and it'll make the bells ring in a certain sequence, and you have to hit them in that same order. I've got this in my text guide. Basically, sequence 1, it's from left to right, it's bell 1, 5, 4 and 6. And of course, as you just saw, if you mess it up, you just got to redo that sequence again. So first sequence, 1, bell 1, 5, 4 and 6. Sequence 2 is bell 3, 6, 5, 1, 7. And sequence 3 is 2, 4, 6, 3, 5, 1. Yeah, try not to hit too many bells at the same time. It can be quite easy to do, just due to the hitbox on your attacks. So just be careful. So again, sequence 3 is hit bell number 2, 4, 6, 3, 5 and 1. There you go. Now once you've done them all, there'll be a brief animation and you can speed it up by going outside and coming back in. Make this item appear in the middle. The cog heart piece. Once you've got a cog art piece, guys, exit the room, back in here, and we're going to take the top right exit. You can bounce on the spikes along the wall. In this room, climb up and drop down the shaft to the right, then collect the rosary times 30 in the far left kind of small chamber over here. Be quick for them 2 enemies to catch up to you. You might prefer to kill him beforehand. That's it. Once you've got them rosaries, take the far right exit. In here, make your way upwards and take the top right exit. Bit of a shortcut there by bouncing on the spikes. Now we're going to take the bottom exit in front of you here. And in this room, head all the way down. And beside the bottom exit, there's going to be a fake wall on the right. Break it and go through. And you'll find a frayed... a rosary necklace. Yeah, rosary necklace in there. Then once you've got a rosary necklace, take the bottom exit. In here, hit the lever on your left to unlock the trapdoor shortcut. Go right, unlock the next trapdoor shortcut. Then on the far right, hit that kind of like glass container. It'll wake up this NPC, guys, and you want to talk to him. This is Loyal Mergwyn. You want to chat to him again, and he should give you this wish, so make sure you take his wish, guys, and promise it. There you go. Great taste of Farfields. That's basically to get your 3rd pale oil. I know we still got to get a 2nd, but we'll get that in tomorrow's video. But yes, we're not going to be completing that quest before completing the game, because it takes too long, but we just want to get it while we're in the area. Now we're going to take the bottom left exit, unlock that trapdoor shortcut, then take the bottom right exit in this room. In this room here, you want to make your way all the way to the top and go through the top exit. So yes, make sure you've got that wish, guys, from that NPC. Great taste of Farfields. Yes, the top right exit in there, guys, for the bench sign outside it. Rest, finally. Rest there, then go through right exit. And then go down, guys. When you first drop down, you want to go left to begin with. There'll be one small critter. You might want to take him out. Yeah, so go left, down, and then go to the far right shaft. Drop down there, and that should take you to the exit. Bottom exit, here we go. So in this room, first I go left and hit this lever to unlock that gate. Then go to far right, guys, and head in that far exit. We're going to get the double jump ability, by the way, at the start of tomorrow's video. Within the first 10 minutes, we're going to get a double jump. You don't have to get a double jump to complete the game, by the way, but I just wanted to get it, so it's going to make a lot of platforming easier coming forward, and of course a few of the bosses. So you want to take the bottom right exit in that long kind of like vertical room. In here, unlock the bellway. This is the grand bellway area, by the way. Yes, unlock the bellway, go right and unlock the ventrica as well for 80 rosaries. Once you unlock the ventrica, use the bench if you need to. Then you want to go back left. And now we're going to make our way to top exit. Yeah, top exit. I could have rested, but I was quite confident. I've got all my health still. I know we do have to kill a lot of these enemies for the journal, so you might think not killing them now is wasting time. But remember, we are trying to complete the game as fast as possible, first of all. And killing enemies, of course, consumes time, especially if you're doing it throughout the whole game. And another thing is we're weaker at the moment, so enemies are going to take longer to kill. We've got less mask shards. Later on, they're going to be easy to kill and quicker. Yeah, so once getting the top exit in this room, there's like a big passage in the middle which can rotate around. You hit the lever, and just to speed it up, all I did was exit and come back in. Then went up the vertical shaft, then when I've got through the vertical shaft, hit the lever on the right to spin the shaft horizontal again, ready for later. Just speed up time, probably like 10 seconds. Yep, and then we're going to take top right exit. Make your way through the steam room. Once through that, continue right guys, and you'll reach the Songclave. This kind of like the little village area in the Citadel. So you want to go to far right and grab the white key on that corpse. Come inside the back room and unlock this bell by attacking the silk, and the lever will appear. Attack lever to make a bench appear. But once I attack the lever, I'm going to go straight outside, speed it up. And once you free the bell and hit the lever, there'll be an NPC waiting outside for you, the caretaker. And when you hit that lever, by the way, it does create an autosave. So if you quit now and reload, you're going to spawn back inside that house. So exhaust this dialogue and then exit the room to the left. And once you exited the room, quit and reload. I don't know why you have to do this, but sometimes you have to advance dialogue, then exit the room and then quit and reload to make certain parts in the area update. For example, this wishboard is going to now appear. So exit the room after talking to caretaker guy, save and reload. You spawn back here, come outside. Now interact with the wishboard. You want to make sure you got 300 rosaries. You are going to need 80 more coming up, so make sure you got 380. So you're going to take that wish, build them a Songclave, and as long as you've got 300 rosaries, you'll complete that straight away. So complete that one, wish granted. Like I say, building up a Songclave, then take the other two, just promise them. So you got 5 pins, and you also got the Wandering Merchant. Now if you are a bit short on rosaries, there's a save point in here, just there, and if you go out the top left exit in the stream, it'll lead to some strong enemies, and them enemies give 30 rosaries each time you kill them, and it's basically in the next room, so it'll be quite good farm rosaries. But anyway, once you've done all that, come in the top exit, unlock this Ventrica, and once you've unlocked it, you want to ride it to the Grand Bellway. We're making our way down now to get a claw line ability, which is basically the Harpoon. Harpoon is needed to complete the game, without glitches of course. So yes, ride that to the Grand Bellway. Use a bench if you want to. Take left exit. Now you want to take a second left exit above. So let's make our way upwards guys. We just went past the first left exit. So continue up a bit more and go through that exit there. In this room, just go through the far left exit. Just watch out for these first 3 enemies, which is kind of waiting near the entrance. Yes, far left exit. In this room, you want to go through the left exit almost directly opposite, just slightly lower. Now in here, because you've got a Wandering Merchant quest currently active, the Wish, we can actually rescue Jubilana. Is it Jubilana or Jubiliana? I think it's Jubilana. But yes, we can now rescue her. So defeat these 2 enemies in here. And then once you beat them, it takes a few seconds for her to appear. While waiting, we're going to come to this left shaft and grab these loose rosaries hanging from the beads. And also grab the rosary necklace. Once you've got them goodies, drop back down and she should have appeared. There she is. So you want to exhaust the dialogue and you'll complete the wish, the Wandering Merchant. That's it. Once done, exit the room and take the bottom right exit in this long vertical room. Yeah, bottom right exit. Now this is the entrance to Whitewood, and we can unlock the elevator by using the white key which we found in Songclave. So unlock that elevator, but first go right and use that bench. That could come useful later. I'll let you know probably in like a few minutes. So once you've rested at that bench, take the elevator downwards. There's actually a spool fragment below this elevator, but you have to come in from a different entrance in order to access it. So in this room, head to the far left, and you want to take the top exit. So jump up these ledges. Now in this room, you want to go left and up, and then right. Now be very careful going through the steam room. There will be some blades you need to jump over, like them ones, which I deliberately ran into on purpose. Yeah, so there'll be 2 of them. Then hit the lever to drop down. When you drop down into this room, go left and grab the item from the pushchair, the Choral Commandment. The mother will drop down being very angry. She always jumps up and begins with that attack, so when she first appears, just try to jump and bounce on her guys to get past. Yes, grab the core commandment item, continue right, break the 4 fake walls, and then take the far right exit. In here, hit the lever. That's going to unlock a new passage in this elevator. This is the elevator shaft from earlier. But now, once you've unlocked that like little passage, jump up and rest. Now, when you step on this plate called the elevator, quickly drop down and hide in the passage before the elevator comes up. There you go. Then you want to drop down beneath it, grab a spool fragment. That's it. Once you've got a spool fragment, you now want to stand on the elevator switch again to pull it back down, and then quickly climb back up and get back in that shaft, that horizontal passage, because if not, you're going to have to go all the way back around again. Now, if you do make any mistakes here, you can close the game quickly so it does not save. It does not save anything, and you respawn it at the last save point before we call the elevator back up. Or, if you've got stuck at the bottom, you can save, you can quit and reload that way. It will save your progress, but it will move the elevator around. So just do what you think is best. You might just want to close the game and reload it. So that will work for both ways. You might just have to move around a bit more. And yes, and then we went through the passage on the right. We've got a map at the bottom. Put a map for 72 rows freeze, then make way through this room. Jump over them enemies because they deal 2 damage, so be very careful. Climb up to the upper floor. Go left and grab the injector band. That's quite good, so it makes it so when you heal up a bit quicker. Grab the injector band. Head far right, guys, and drop down this shaft. And careful of them embers. Remember not to stand on them for too long. And take the bottom exit. In here, take the bottom exit again. Now we are in the underworks, where we're going to get the claw line ability. Head downwards. Once on the bottom floor, go left, and there'll be a bench. We're going to rest at this bench, of course. You want to attack that cog in order to release a wind current right upwards. And then in this room, I like to just drop down, hug in the left wall. Just keep left, guys, that's it. And you should avoid all these enemies. And take the bottom left exit. Be very careful in this room. These explode and they deal 2 damage. I like to take my time in here and just keep kind of attacking them. A few more will come down. They either take 3 hits to kill him, or they'll just explode after a short time, as you can see. Remember to keep jumping as well, because the fiery floor will hurt you if you stand on it for too long. Yeah, to make sure no more dropping down. And then free this flea. This is flea number 10, by the way. So release flea number 10, then on the way back more will probably spawn. But if you run straight along the floor, none of them will be able to touch you. You might get tempted to jump, don't jump. And yes, I messed that one up, so you damaged me. But I should be okay. And back in this room, we're going to take the bottom right exit opposite. In here, be careful of the lava coming down. Remember, it can do 2 massive damage if you just use the magma bell. The magma bell, by the way, does have a bit of a cooldown. It will reduce damage for 1 hit, then you have to wait about 10 seconds before it will work again. And I'm just attacking them enemies to get some more silk. Now when you get to this far right wall, an exploding enemy will come out, but if you keep jumping up in this top right corner, it should explode before it gets to you. And you want to take the top exit. In this room, take the next left exit above. Now we're going to make our way to the far left, but be very careful. There's going to be a strong enemy at the end here, which deals 2 damage if you get caught by him. So try not to lose too much health on the way. Yep, messed that one up. I should not have got hit there, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's Silksong. You do make mistakes sometimes. So yes, attack that. Or on the far left, get the craft metal. Once you've got a craft metal, carefully get past him, guys, like so. There we go. Like I say, he deals 2 damage, so try not to get caught by him. And try not to dash into fire or lava, because that hurts as well, believe it or not. Right, you want to take the far right exit again, then go up and take the next left exit above. And this is where we're going to get the claw line. There's no more enemies until we get a claw line. And when you get this claw line, by the way, it creates a hard save. Just try not to fall in like that. Yeah, all these times I keep getting damaged, guys. It's just a way for me to show you what not to do. So there we go, the claw line, aka Harpoon. I'm not quite sure why the game... Sometimes it calls it claw line, sometimes it calls it Harpoon. Harpoon is better. So yes, claw line, I guess that's a proper name for it. But yeah, the game will sometimes call it Harpoon. Like in a minute, it's going to give you a tutorial. There you go, L2 to use your harpoon. So now you can use that to grab these hooks. Kind of like a grappling ability, but it's Silksong's variant. And it does use one tiny bar of silk, by the way. And because you've got one silk heart, remember you will always get one silk back eventually, one little bar. You're going to make your way up here. When you use harpoon on enemies, yes, it will likely damage them or kill them if they're quite weak, and you'll bounce on them as well. And because you're at the enemy, you also always get one silk back. Just keep that in mind. You're going to make your way to top left ledge, grab that shard bundle. Yeah, grab the shard bundle. Then we use the top right book to reach the top right ledge, and in here it's going to be a gauntlet. This gauntlet can be quite hard at first, but once done it a few times, it doesn't really seem that difficult, if I'm honest. Remember, if you do die, you're just going to spawn back at where we've got the claw line. So, safe point is not too far away. So first of all, you've got like 2 weak enemies. They'll take normally 3 or 4 hits each. Then you've got 1 exploding enemy. Remember to keep these away from you. And do not stand too close to the wall when you hit them, into the wall. Because if they detonate on the wall, it's going to damage you. Then you've got 2 flying enemies next. It's quite good if you can attack these from below. I mean, sometimes they will attack downwards. But for the most part, if you've beneath them and attacking upwards, guys, most of their attacks will miss. And next is another exploding enemy. And after this one, it's going to be a big enemy which does 2 damage. So again, be very careful with this guy. And if you cling to the wall on the left, by the way, be very careful because the left wall has a small ledge. So you might be trying to climb up here and you'll hit your head on the small ledge halfway up. It's basically nearly where that gate closed after the gauntlet started. So just be very careful jumping up the left wall. And once you kill the big guy, there'll be 2 more exploding enemies. And then that's that gauntlet done, guys. Go through the top exit. It'll bring you back into stream with that recent bench. Save your game at the bench, very important. We want to walk back there in a second, so you have to save your game, otherwise you're going to walk back to where we've got a claw line. So save your game at the bench, take the right exit, drop down this hidden path below, get shards times 30, the shell shards, then go right, drop down this long shaft, then go to fake wall on the bottom left, destroy it to find a spore fragment. Once got a spore fragment, quit and continue, or quit and reload to respawn at that bench. Now we're almost done, guys, for the video. We're going to get in Mount Faye ready for tomorrow's, where we're going to get, like I say, the double jump. And probably 2 more videos to go, and we should hopefully complete the game. It's 2 or 3. 3 at maximum. 2 if I can get a good route going. Once got the double jump, we're going to pretty much just go straight to completing the game, but of course we're going to be still doing a bit of looting along the way, if it's along our path. So you come through there, guys, and you attack that bridge. You can only activate that bridge by coming from one of them, from a left or from a right, them specific entrances. And in this room, unlock the ventricle, and you want to ride it to the Grand Bellway. Yes, ride it to the Grand Bellway. Once in the Grand Bellway, we're going to use the Bellway to ride to the slab. Yeah, so ride to the slab. And then once here, we're going to take left exit. Remember, in Mount Faye, there's a frost mechanic. If you stay out in the open for too long, guys, going to start losing your health. So use your new harpoon / claw line to get across to the far left, guys. In the stream, head left. You'll normally be able to warm up by either like little embers or lights, or also the like heated bubbles. So rest that bench, and that's where we're going to end this video, guys. So after resting, I'm just going to quit. Let's see what time I'm on. I think I'm on 2 hours 12 minutes, and that'll be us done for part 5. So thanks for watching. Hey up, guys, welcome back to the channel. This is part 6. We're at the base of Mount Faye, going to slowly make our way up there now to grab the double jump ability right at the top. We should be at the bench near Chakra, if you remember. So I'm going to head left, up, and then take the next right exit. But remember, throughout this area, because it's quite cold, you need to make sure you get into one of them heated bubbles, or to like a burning lamp somewhere before you start taking frost damage. And you'll be getting to grips with the claw line, making way up here as well. So it's good practice to get used to that, and exactly what it can do. So yes, keep making way up. You have to be fast in order to get to the next bubble on time, of course, because you're going to start taking damage if you're not quick enough. So yeah, there is a bit of a speed element here, pushing you to be quicker, which might make you do a few more mistakes than what you normally do. But it shouldn't be too bad, guys. Yeah, so actually use a claw line on enemies. You'll deal some damage, you get 1 bar of silk back, and you'll also bounce up in the air. Remember, using the claw line, just use up 1 bar of silk. You take the next left exit. Once you're back on the mountain, then in here, of course, smash the little silk to get some silk back, and you want to jump to the left down the hole, keep to the left, and you'll find that next left exit below. Come in here, giving out the silk above. Now this enemy here, I like to kill it. You don't have to, but what this enemy likes to do is when you jump after him, he'll do that. He'll kind of roll towards you, and he'll get in your way when you're trying to break this wall to the far left. And this enemy deals 2 damage, by the way, if he contacts you or hits you. So yeah, you might prefer to kill him first, guys. You'll build up some silk at the same time and smash that fake wall and take a left exit. Again here, you can sometimes bounce on the enemies with pogo, but you'll probably find it better using the claw line because it gets you out of the way. I think you get a bit more height when you use a claw line. As it make way up here, another heated bubble to warm up. When you reach these loose rocks, make sure you grip onto the side, guys, and then jump off and glide. Because if you're on the side when they start to fall, I believe they can damage you, if I remember correctly. Then continue left. There's another one there. Again, just touch it so it starts to fall off. Jump off, glide down, and in here will be a bench and a fire. Going to go left, go down, take the bottom right exit. There's a mask shard in this room, but we can't get it yet. And you want to unlock this bench for 60 rosaries. If you don't have enough, of course, just use a frayed rosary string. Now I'm not going to rest just yet, so it takes about 5 seconds for this one to appear. I'm just going to spray this bottom right wall, come inside, acquire them rosaries, drop down this hole. Apologies, it's mega bright here. Going to smash these crystals. Be quick before it gets too cold. So smash some crystals, drop down to the right, it's a massive bubble here. Smash that crystal on the right wall and grab the memory crystal tool. Yeah, grab a memory crystal tool and then get a bit more silk from like little bundles that are there, and then go back to the top left exit. I know they're kind of just like lumps of ice, but yeah, I'm just calling them crystals. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to rest at the bench. I'm going to equip the memory crystal and the injector band blue tools. Everything else staying the same. I'm just changing my blue tools. So again, memory crystal and injector band. That memory crystal is actually pretty good, actually, believe it or not. So unlock that shortcut gate, make your way up, grab the rosaries before you exit. Should be about 20 or 25 rosaries there. In here, quickly make your way up here again before you start taking frost damage. And there's the first bubble. So from there, quickly make your way up. Going to glide and then claw line to that wall. Slowly drop down, going to claw line from that one. And this one I like to bounce on him. If you bounce, you're going to save 1 bar of silk. Whereas if you use a claw line, you're always going to use 1 bar as well. Now here, I don't want to fall down too slow. So I'm just going to keep spamming the button just so it slows down my descent. That's it. Once you reach there, you now want to bounce over to these. That second one, just make sure you wait for yourself to drop down a bit. Because if you try to claw line the second time straight after the first time, you'll probably miss him, you'll be just above his head. That top right exit, just go into the bubble to warm yourself up, guys, then jump on the wall to the left, climb up it to a small hidden area and free that flea at the top there. Yeah, so release that flea at the top stuck in the crystal, and that will be flea number 11, I believe. Now going to continue right into the next room. This is similar to that room just before the bench earlier, where you got kind of like a long lake you need to pass over, and there'll be them loose rocks in the middle you have to hold on to and make them drop down. If you do fall into water, it won't kill you, but when you touch water you'll take damage, so try not to stay in the water for too long. Over here, grab a silk, heal up if you need to first. If you've got plenty of silk already, then you can get some more. Make sure you jump that gap. If you fall down there, guys, you've got a long way back. And I've got another one of these enemies, so again I'm going to kill him. That's it, nice. Yeah, see that memory crystal? When you get hit, you leave like a small silver mirage of yourself, and when enemies touch that, it actually deals quite a bit of damage to them. Then back in here, you're going to tap that wall on the right. It'll make a little shortcut and allow you to get past it. And then you want to make way right and then upwards, guys, to take its top exit. In here, break the fake wall on the left, you'll find a hidden bench, which is nice because if you mess any of this bit up, you know you're just going to respawn back there. And then carry on to the top. We're going to get a new boss as well in this video, guys. Yeah, the Cogwork Dancers. I actually don't think it's that bad a boss. Because the way their attacks work, they always make a white line before their attack. So you know where the attack's going to land. Of course, you've just got to make sure you react quick enough. So up at the top ledges, there'll be some silk webs, get a bit more silk from. Keep bouncing upwards, guys. We're almost at the top. So in the next room, you pretty much get taken straight to the summit via a wind current, which is nice. So this room is going to be the last bit of this tricky platforming. That's basically it, guys. So in here, just make your way up slightly, then jump to the left, guys, and follow the wind current up to the summit. The peak of the mountain, there we go, Mount Faye. No need to get that silk. It's pretty much we're going to be quitting and reloading soon to walk back somewhere. So lose all our silk anyway. So interact this monument and choose the play you need in it when you get a prompt. The fade down cloak has two good uses, of course. You've got a double jump, but also it kind of warms you up in this mountain area so you no longer take frost damage. You'll see all the bubbles will kind of like disappear. Yeah, no longer are you going to be really cold, guys. Going to keep you warm. It's like an insulated jacket, which also makes you jump higher. You don't have to get this to complete the game for the first time, but it makes a lot of platforming a lot of platforming later, yes, a lot easier. Because there'd be some rooms you have to kind of like bounce up spinning cogs, and just being able to jump a second time, it makes it a lot easier to kind of traverse around those rooms. And of course, because this is a new art, it triggered a hard save. So straight away, drop down to the left, take this far left exit. Like I say, you can't get cold anymore. Come this room on the left, and we're going to slide all the way down to the bottom, guys. Watch out, because sometimes there will be spikes, yeah, between the slope, so watch out for those. Yeah, it's very quick to get down here. It's quite nice actually, because this mask shard is actually quite far away, but if you do it this way, it doesn't really take much time, and it's easy to get to. But if you did not do this after getting the double jump, it'd take a lot of work to get back to this mask shard. So doing it at that time is the most optimal time to do it, unless of course you know a few skips and glitches. But yes, all the way back down to bottom left, get that mask shard, but do not rest at the bench. So double jump at that small shaft, guys. Then once you got it, that's mask shard 5 of 20, I believe. Yes, quick down reload to respawn back when you got that fade down cloak. You'll be back at the peak of the mountain. Right, so from here, we're going to drop down, and on the left is a small bench room. Just come inside and rest. Right, and now we're going to drop down all the way to the bottom. Yes, the bottom room now. You're going to go down 2 screens, and you're going to take the bottom right exit, go back into the bellway. I'm going to ride the bellway back to the grand bellway area. Yeah, you might find a few rosaries on your way down and some shell shards. So just miss the ledge. So there it is. In here. So use the bellway and take it to the grand bellway. Then once you're here, you want to use the ventricle to the right, and you want to ride it to the first shrine. We're about to go and face the next boss. Cogwork Dancers. So you're going to drop down here, go left and take the top left exit. You can save your game first down the bottom there if you want to. These big enemies in here, by the way, they give you 30 rosaries when you defeat them. So you might use this to farm later, we'll see how it goes. I mean, they take a bit longer to kill at the moment, but later on, when we've got more upgrades, and we'll also have the ability to gain more rosaries as well from enemies, should be able to kill them a bit quicker. But yeah, they drop 32 rosaries, which is nice. So there'll be 2 of these. You don't have to kill them. They do deal 2 massive damage, by the way. So if you want to avoid them for now, you can do. Like I say, they can be good to get used to because they drop 30 rosaries per kill. And of course, the next room to the right has a bench, so it's nice and easy to respawn them. Right, but what you want to do, my aim was to get to this bit. So you see where all this green moss is formed. Now you got double jump, you can jump up here. So jump up into this area. This is the Memoriam region. Carrying upwards, there is a bench in that bottom right exit, by the way. But we're going to come to that bench on the other side. So yes, come to the next right exit, above the second right exit when you first come in. You come to this long room. Make way to the far right. And watch out for this big rhino. It will deal 2 massive damage. Yeah, so watch out for that guy. Yeah, far right exit, and then go in the right exit opposite in that vertical room. In here, we've got another memory puzzle. So again, just like the one beforehand, the formation or sequence is fixed. It's always the same. So for sequence 1, you're going to hit the bottom right bell, the top right, the middle, and the bottom left. For sequence 2, you're going to hit the middle, top right, top left, middle, and left. Remember, try not to hit them at the same time, so you'll mess it up. And for sequence 3, we're going to hit top left, the right, the bottom left, the top right, the bottom right, and the left. Yeah, mess it up there, so I'll just do it again for you. So again, sequence 3, guys. Top left, the right, the bottom left, top right, bottom right, and the left. That's it. Just going to go out and come back in quickly, speed up that little animation. Going to grab the cog heart piece. Going to drop down, going to take the bottom right exit, I'm going to buy the map. I'm just going to build up a bit more silk there, guys, so I can heal up. But only if you need to. If not, you can save that silk for the boss coming up, as long as you don't lose too much. So come to that map station in this next screen on the bottom right and buy the map for 70 rosaries for the Memoriam. Go left and then left again. Watch out for that big guy who'll do 2 massive damage. Get that moss berry on the ceiling there. Just full of vine you can attack. So grab the moss berry and then go left and attack the next 3 sets of vines. And you come to that bench. So I like this bench because it's the closest bench to the boss. So just rest there, guys. And now you're going to take bottom exit and then go left. There'll be one more of them big enemies. It's up to you if you want to kill him or just leave him. I don't know if they put these guys here on purpose. That's a good way to farm rosaries. Because 32 rosaries is quite a lot. So if you do 1 lap this room, that's like almost 100. And that's without any like tools which increase your rosary gain or anything like that. But once got him, yeah, so left exit, guys. And here we are, the Cogwork Dancers. So it's quite a long fight it takes me. It's a dual boss. They've kind of got like 4 faces. They don't really change that much, but each time they will get a bit faster. And like I say, you know their attacks because you see the lines. So it's quite easy to kind of know what attack they're going to do next. But the ones you want to watch out for is when they do it horizontal, they're going to do like a dash attack all the way to the end. So if they're on the bottom, of the screen on the ground and they do a dash, you know they're going to go straight through. You've got to jump. And when they dash to the ground, they always do like a slash to the side of them. So you want to make sure you're not too close when they dash to the ground and when they land. Just make sure you got like 3 or 4 steps away from them. Wait for them to like hit the ground, do their slash to the sides, and then attack them afterwards. And they'll also do that one you just saw, where they kind of, there's lines all over the screen and you have to kind of jump in the gap before they actually just damage across all them lines they place around the screen. They're going to the middle like this, just got of course get out of the way. And when they are close together, by the way, you can use your Thread Storm to do quite a lot of damage to them. Yes, this attack, like I say, jump in the gap, you can just hover there. They do deal 2 massive damage as well. so you might want to keep most of your silk for healing. Only use silk to probably use Threadstorm when you've got plenty of health, guys, and you've got full silk. Just so you know, you can kind of spare a little bit. And they're dropping the orbs because due to the Reaper Crest, when I bind, it makes it so when I attack enemies for a short period after binding, they drop these small orbs. And I can't say exactly how many hits they each take, it's hard to tell because there's 2 of them. I'm not quite sure if they share their damage or if it's, you know, each one has their own specific health pool. I'm not quite sure. But once you defeat them kind of like 3 times, one of them will kind of just be destroyed, and then the 4th stage will be very easy because by themselves they can't really fight, and it'll be much slower. A lot of his attacks won't work because they'll have nobody to do them with. And you'll see just how much damage that memory crystal kind of like little clone does later on. That mirage you leave. Because we're going to be doing a gauntlet near the end of this video. And that little crystal will leave them behind. Yeah, it does quite a lot of damage. You don't really see it on bosses, but on smaller enemies, they'll run into that and they'll just die instantly. Yeah, sometimes that'll happen. You just get caught. You'll be kind of stuck near one, then the other one will dash into you, and you won't really have any space to jump out of the way. Well, there probably is a way. Probably I'll position myself a bit better beforehand. Well, I don't think it's too bad a fight. It didn't take me too many attempts to get this mastered. I think Widowwind last year just took me longer. I wouldn't even say it's mastered. I mean, I took quite a lot of damage there. But yeah, so it'll take 3 defeats. After defeating one of them 3 times, it will explode. And then the last one, all by himself, will be a lot weaker. Because now he's fighting solo. Yeah, so it's much slower now. And when he tries to do the attack where he goes to the middle of the screen, nothing will happen, he'll just get stunned, you'll see. But even didn't even get a chance to get stunned as I killed him. So after beating them all, a kind of like metal elevator will appear in the middle. Looks like a cage. You're going to interact with it, guys, and there'll be a cutscene. You can quit the game here and reload to speed this bit up. Got a tricky section coming up now, actually. You know what I said about some of the later platform can be hard, and the double jump makes it easier. This is one of them times. There will be a bit more of this later, but yeah, this is the first bit of tricky platform you're going to find, where you're going to be bouncing around cogs. So yes, interact with this elevator, guys. You trigger a brief cutscene. You'll update the objective and all the doors will open. You're going to take a bottom left exit, or sorry, the left bottom exit. And in here, you want to enter this background door on the left with a picture of the bench above it. Come inside, and you're going to get your first free map. So press the button on the top, and get the Cogwork Core map. Completely for free, no charge. Yep, no installments, nothing, no finance available. Get that for free, guys, first time. Then come down the bottom, unlock the bench by attacking the cog at the top. Going to rest. Right, now we've got a bit of tricky platforming. So you want to keep looking down, guys, so you can see where you're going. Them enemies can deal 2 hits. You get caught in there like a little combo attack. So I'm just going to keep looking down. I'm going to keep dropping to a ledge. We'll try a bit quickly before the enemies attack you. Remember, you can float. Floating down here can be quite good, as you can see. But with double jump, it might take a while to get used to it. But you now need to jump twice, of course, before you'll be able to float. I mean, I keep trying to like jump once and float. But when I do that, I just double jump again. So keep that in mind. You want to take the bottom right exit. Now in this room, quickly attack this cog. You're going to be quick because an enemy's going to drop from the ceiling if you're not quick enough, and he deals 2 damage. And do not go through that gate before you open it because it can actually damage you. So just quickly attack that cog, guys, and then come through the small shaft. Hit the lever, drop down, make your way left, down, and then right into this passage. Dash past that steam and grab a small fragment, guys, to the far bottom right. That should complete another small silk gauge. Once got that, you want to go back through. Again, dash past that steam. Head upwards. Take a passage on your left. And then go back through the left exit. Little shortcut there. Now we're going to platform up this room. Because it's got a double jump, it's going to be a little bit easier. As you'll see here. I'm of course getting more height when I jump up. So I can skip quite a few of these cogs. But yeah, just take your time here. And you want to unlock that shortcut. So that's going to be a shortcut in the middle of the room. And we want to do another shortcut. So again, bounce up over here. Now when you get to that right exit, ignore it for now. And from there we want to make our way upwards. Yeah, the cogs really hurt when you hit them, by the way. And this top right background door, unlock the shortcut gate near it. And that will take you back to the bench. So if you just want to save your game quickly, guys, get more health back, just go through that passage, go to that background door on the far left, rest at the bench, and then come back through here. And you want to go through this middle exit on the right. It'll bring you into this room. In here, just make your way through it to the far right. No need to really defeat them enemies at the moment. Hit that lever to unlock this door here. This is going to take you back in the room from earlier with that kind of shaft which you can rotate. Just go straight through it, guys. Go through the right exit. And then in this room, make your way upwards. Some of these blocks you have to knock them out of the way so they'll be in your way. There's like a railing which they slide along. And here is another gauntlet. I don't think this one's too bad. You will be getting like 3 or 4 enemies at a time though. But this is where that memory crystal is going to come in good. Because when you leave your after image, it's going to do quite a bit of damage to them. Yeah, so we've got 3 enemies again. So I think you get 3, then I think it's 4 and 1, something like that. Altogether, you're going to have 14 enemies. So I might be wrong there. I think it's 3, 3, 3, then 4, and then 1. Because final enemy is a stronger enemy type, one of the new ones. Oh, so you've got 3 here. I think after this one it's going to be 4. And you've got a single enemy at the end. So let's play it safe. Remember, when you're healed up, enemies will drop extra silk for a small period afterwards. Yeah, so here we go, 4 enemies. So you might find it easier to just bounce on them. Yeah, it keeps you out of the way a bit better, out of the way of danger. You just bounce on airborne enemies. Right, and this last enemy is going to normally deal 2 massive damage, guys, if you get caught. If you get caught in this combo, he'll probably attack you 2 or 3 times. So try and make sure you always avoid that. He does have a jump and attack. So if you are trying to jump above him, just be careful that he might jump at the same time. But if you stay on the floor and just keep jumping over him, works quite well. Jump over him, attack. Jump over him, attack. You know, of course, jump over his attack when he's doing it. Yes, that's one of his jumps he does. And got him. Right, so in this next room, going to hit that bottom left block, guys. Create a little shortcut just in case we come back through that way again later. Yeah, that bottom left block, just knock it to the left. Now in here, make way to the far right, knock down that wall on the top. Yeah, to make a small ledge drop down. Or sorry, a ceiling on the top. Climb up into this upper attic. Go left and by the map station. This will be the Whispering Vaults map. Buy that for 70 rosaries. Once you got it, smash this exit on the top, guys, to find your way back onto Songclave. A nice little save point, and we'll go back down there in tomorrow's video. So it's going to save me game on the bench. It's going to quit and show you what time I'm on at the moment. So I should have completed the game, guys, in 2 videos from this one, I hope. About 3 hours 30. Welcome back, guys, to part 7. We're just going to load back in. We're at Songclave, Coral Chambers, and we'll head down into the bottom exit. Just done that gauntlet. Just came here to rest quickly. So back down into Whispering Vaults. We're going to drop down here. I'm going to unlock the trapdoor shortcut to the right slightly. You'll need to jump up on this ledge. Yeah, this one just here. Then you want to keep dropping down. And you want to take the lower right exit that you can reach. There is a lower exit right at the bottom, but you can't reach it yet. So take lower right exit that you can currently reach. Take right exit in the next room. In this one, going to go down below the first floor, go left and then back up beneath it, not that block upwards to the top. So you can grab these rosaries. Here, it's rosaries times 30. You want to be quick so that enemy will deal 2 mask damage. Then you want to make your way down to the bottom, and if you knock that block, it will kill that enemy instantly. You get a bunch of rosaries. Hitting these blocks can be nice, as you can see it kills enemies instantly. And you want to go left into this room, attack the ceiling in the middle to make a hidden ledge fall down. Use it to climb up, hit the block upwards in the middle, and then you can use that guy to reach this mask shard at the top. Mask shard number 6 of 20. We do get 7 by the way, just before we complete the game. So you're going to have 7 masks when we come up against the final boss. Then go back down and take a lower left exit. Then once you're back in that long vertical room, tall vertical room, sorry, you're going to take a left exit almost straight at the opposite, but it will be a little bit lower than your entrance. And in here, as you can see, another memory puzzle. So sequences are always the same. So sequence 1, which I just did, is, well, I keep messing up. So it's 1, 2, 7 and 4. I've labelled these from left to right. Of course, try to do it one at a time, otherwise you just have to start again. So sequence 1, 1, 2, 7, 4. Sequence 2 is 7, 5, 6, 4, 5. Say again, 7, 5, 6, 4, 5. And then for sequence 3, that is 2, 7, 3, 5, 6 and 1. But one more time, just in case you missed it. 2, 7, 3, 5, 6, 1. It's going to head outside, come back in. So it speeds up the animation. Grab that cog heart piece. Now I've got all 3 cog heart pieces, by the way. That should have formed together and make the Cogwork heart. Then I'm going to come up here, go right, knock down that block. Grab the rosaries times 30 in that little bundle. Hit that lever to unlock that trapdoor shortcut, and I think I didn't do that properly, so when I come back there later, the shortcut has not been hit. In this room, grab the quill. Because you haven't bought one already, you can actually pick that one up, the red one. If you already bought a white one, by the way, from Chakra, you can't take that. So if you've been following me well, you don't have the quill yet, grab that one, guys. Grab that shell shards to the left there, for 15, drop down, hit the shortcut lever, and then go through the left exit. Do not go right to stage, otherwise you're going to trigger a boss fight. You're just going to go left in that vertical room, and then take a lower right exit to come here into the bellway. You're going to save your game, and once you've done that, what we're going to do now is going to get the pale oil, because we want to upgrade our weapon before this next boss. You could potentially upgrade your weapon again before even challenging the final boss, but it's a lot longer to do and we don't really have time. So you have quite a bit of time to spare, which are going to do this upgrade, which should be upgrade number 2. So yes, go through that trapdoor shortcut, guys, then take room on the left just above it. In here there's a flea at the top of this room, which I'm trying to make my way up to. There'll be a block you kind of have to hit, and it'll go along the sliders, and you use that to reach a flea at the top. So you hit it right at that point, then you have to get beneath it by dropping down slightly and going right. You hit it up, then you need to go further up, hit it left, and then up, and then right. Then it should be at its final location. Yeah, so now you've got to go up, and then right. So this will be flea number 12 of 30. Once got that flea, we're going to take the left exit. It'll be further down the room, and in here it's where it leads you to the pale oil. So hit that far left block, jump up, hit that block to the right, hit the bottom block to the right. Now jump up the middle, hit the top block, then go the right side of the room to the top, hit the left block, then go to where it stops, hit the block down, go to where that stops, hit the block left, and then go to where that stops and hit the block up. Then you reach the lever, hit the lever, guys, and here is a pale oil. You can hit that switch, then I'm going to bench by quitting and reloading, to respawn that recent bench in the bellway. Once we spawn in, we're going to go and walk to Bellheart. We're going to make a quick trip as well to go and get into the mask shard. The reason I went with this mask shard, so there's a few others we could get. I like to go with this one because there's nothing else we're going past along the way. I mean, there is, but it's quite far out of the way. This one is a nice one to get because you can pretty much get this and you never have to go down that path again because there's nothing else down there. So yes, at Bellheart, come to Wishboard and take the quest. My missing brother, Wish Promised. Once you've got that quest, you want to climb upwards and go in the second house at the top. Second bell house. So this is a Pin Master Pliny. Chat with him, give him the pale oil. That will also complete his quest, Pin Master's oil, and he's going to upgrade your noodle again for you.
Well,
Nice to do this just before this upcoming boss, which can be quite tricky actually, because most of his attacks deal 2 mask damage unless it's contact damage. Contact damage for this boss coming up only seems to do 1 mask, but everything else is like 2. So once you've upgraded your weapon and got the wish, go back down into the bellway, and you now want to ride it to Shellwood. Once at Shellwood, you're going to make your way to the far left, jump over the hole. Not in this room. Well, that is a hole you want to jump over, but I was talking about this hole here, this big one. Yes, jump that hole. Now continue going left. You'll jump past some spikes in a second, and when you reach the final ledge, it's normally the second raised ledge after spikes. I think it's that one there. So you have to platform up there. You can do it with our current upgrades, like so. So you want to jump, use claw line, jump again, glide, and then kind of dash to get as far as possible. Now in this room, after taking the top exit, be very careful because these enemies normally do 2 mask damage, so you get caught in the combo. So these first 2, because the path is quite narrow, I like to try and take them out. And you can normally get past the rest without much trouble. So the one on that wall there to the right, yeah, watch out for falling rocks. Now you want to glide over here and see that enemy there. The rock will fall down, but if you trigger the rock then jump left, he'll normally run into it and it'll kill him. Then go up a bit more guys, and over this mask shard, number 7 of 30. If you wanted to, you could go and get mask shard number 8 now and complete a new health mask. The way you'd want to do that is go to the Cogwork Core bench, that one just beneath the elevator, and you'd want to go down and take the next left exit. That will eventually lead you to a mask, but we're going to do that in tomorrow's video because we're also going to unlock the second Sentinel as well. And I think there's a shard bundle up there. So we've warped back to the Grand Bellway. Because that's the last bench I rested at, I just quit and reload after collecting that mask. And back at Grand Bellway, you want to go left, up, and go in the next right exit, and continue right guys, and bring you into here, into the stage. So yeah, this is Troio. So after this guy, we've got 2 more bosses guys, and we've completed the game. But we've got a very hard gauntlet coming up a bit later as well. So you've got to watch out for his bombs. They'll normally bounce once or twice before they kind of stop. And yes, they explode. Just make sure you stay away out of a blast. Yeah, of course, watch out for fireworks as well. If you're caught in the fireworks, that will damage you. And it's whirlwind. Watch out for whirlwind. Sometimes when he stops in the air, he'll go straight down for his whirlwind, or kind of like diagonal, where sometimes he'll just go drop straight back down. So sometimes you can start whirlwind from on the ground, or sometimes while airborne, like so. He'll normally do the whirlwind for about 1.5 lengths of the screen, then he'll stop, and 2 tornadoes will come out the side of him. Just make sure you're not standing too close. You can attack him during the whirlwind, but you need to make sure you're bouncing. So you can jump, bounce, and then get out of the way. And then just keep up with the pressure, guys. Yeah, so I think that's his phase 2 triggered. Yeah, I've triggered him now. And he takes roughly, I have wrote it down, so the amount of hits he takes It's about 70 years, so it's quite a bit. And that's even with our current upgrade as well. I'm not healing, I'm not using my thread storm too much because I want to save my silks to heal. And even when you do finish him, guys, you still got to watch out because if there's any bombs still bouncing about, they can kill you while the enemy is in his like dying animation. So just be very careful when you do actually defeat him. Yeah, I was getting very close with this. I do try to count the attack sometimes, but sometimes you just miscount and you're focusing too much on trying to dodge him. And now he's lobbing out 4 bombs, so he does eventually start lobbing out more bombs, and got him. He'll drop a item when you beat him, the claw mirror. Yes, go ahead and grab that. Then going to go right, unlock this shortcut trapdoor above. So yes, hit that lever above you guys to unlock the shortcut. Then you're going to take the right exit. In this room, hit the elevator, ride it down to the bottom, unlock the door at the left when the elevator stops. But you're not going to go through it, just going to unlock the door on the left, guys, like so. Then hit the elevator, send it back up, but do not get inside it. Now you're going to drop down this bottom passage and take the lower right exit. In this room, watch out for them enemies on the ceiling which are perched there, because what will happen when you get below them, they'll kind of dive bomb down to you and do like 2 massive damage. So quickly get past them. You're going to make your way to top left exit, this one here, or sorry, left. Well, it is top left actually. But yeah, break that fake ceiling, take top left exit, then in here, just carefully make your way to the top. This is a very slight detour, guys, get us an extra memory locket. Which I wasn't originally going to do this, but I thought why not. It takes about a minute to get an extra memory locket, and we unlock a shortcut as well. So break them fake walls, grab that memory locket, guys, make sure you hit that lever. That lever actually creates a shortcut back into a grand bellway. So if you want to save, drop down, use the bench, save your game, heal back up, guys. Then come back up here, go back through the kind of like temporary bridge on your right, go back down the shaft and take the lower right exit. Back in this big room, where the enemies were, which will dive bomb from the ceiling. Going to make way to the far right now, and there's going to be a shaft we want to drop down. It's going to lead us to a shard bundle. Yeah, there it is. So the shaft is near the end between the spikes. Drop down there, shard bundle, climb back up, and take the top right exit. This gauntlet coming up, by the way, is quite a tricky one. Almost 30 enemies in the gauntlet. This is an exhaust room. So wait for the steam to obviously stop before you climb back up. In this steam, if it catches you, it will do 2 massive damage, guys, so play it safe. And the shaft you want to climb up is shaft number 4. So when you reach vertical shaft number 4, climb up it, guys, there'll be no steam on that one, and take the top exit. In here, use the bench to the right, then from there you're going to go left, stand on the switch to unlock this gate, or this wall, head on through, and grab the sacred cylinder. You have to get this in order to learn one of the melodies. So once you've got a sacred cylinder, you then want to take the left exit. In here, back in this room, traverse up the room, and you want to take the 3rd right exit above, and it's the exit with the sign of an NPC outside it, with like a cone head or cone hat. That's probably what you might think anyway, until you actually meet that NPC. And with them blocks are knocking out of the way, so you can knock them into enemies, like we did before, to kill them instantly. Just continue upwards, guys, like I say, looking for the 3rd exit above. If you go through that trapdoor shortcut to the left, top left, go up a bit more, you can hit that block there. That should kill that enemy, get your bunch of rosaries. Yeah, it's a bit further up, and it's this one here. You see that sign there, NPC? That's it, come in here, and you'll wake him up. Vault Keeper Cardinius. Give him the Psalm cylinder, which we collected earlier. So give him that cylinder, and you'll also give him the sacred cylinder as well. I think that's actually a bit of a bug, actually, because it said Psalm cylinder then. We should have said sacred cylinder. But when you give them a Sacred Cylinder, follow the prompt, then when his menu appears, press square on the cylinder to play it. Yeah, make sure you press square to play it, and then you get a prompt to play your needle in. Play the needle in when the Sacred Cylinder is playing, and you'll learn the Vault Keeper's melody. We've got to learn 3 songs in order to reach the final boss, and that is song number 1. So once you learn that song, that creates a hard save as well, by the way. Make way to the top right, and this is a psalm cylinder. So yeah, I think that's actually a typo. When you first meet him, it flags up saying psalm cylinder when it should say sacred, because I actually didn't have one. It made me think I did afterwards. I didn't. So just grab the psalm cylinder. We're going to come back. We're going to sell it to him. Yeah, when you sell them to him, you get 200, and when you sell a sacred cylinder, you get 320, but it's only one of those. So once done that, exit the room. You now want to make your way up to the top exit. Going to go back up to Songclave. I'm going to buy the Ascendant's Grip from Jubilana. Ascendant's Grip is quite nice, because what it makes it do is, you know when you cling into a wall and you normally slide down it, this will make it so you actually stay in place. It'd be quite good for this upcoming gauntlet. So yes, back at Songclave, talk to Jubilana, and buy the Ascendant's Grip. It'll cost 350 rosaries. Don't need to buy anything else for the time being. Just obviously try not to die, because we've got quite a lot of rosaries. I mean, you can spend them if you want. We're not going to be buying anything else before completing the game. So if you do spend them on something and realise I'm going to use some something later, you could always farm rosaries, guys, if you wanted to. Like I say, we're not going to buy anything else before doing the 5-hour speedrun. So back in this room, I'm going to kill these 2 enemies I pass. Just got to be very careful I don't die here. When we have the rosaries later, sorry, not the rosary, the tool, which increases your rosary gain, you'll be getting like 50 or 55 at a time each time you kill these, which is really nice. So yeah, we're getting about 32 now, but we get quite a bit more later. So that's 2 of them. They're going to kill this one as well. Gets me like an extra 90 rosaries. I'm just passing by. Having double jump is quite nice as well, actually. Because it's going to make some of these platforming sections quite a bit easier. So after killing them, go left, back into the Cogwork Core in the middle where the elevator is. Drop down, go left into the background door. Going to save the game, because in a minute, after doing this next part, we're going to quit and reload to spawn back there. Now if you want to drop down a bit more under control, just glide. Yeah, I know it's a bit slower, but technically it might be faster, especially if you're new at doing this, because you'll probably just get hit a few times on the way down or run into cogs and just respawn a bit further up. But if you glide down, it's a bit slower, but you probably save time because you can do it pretty much almost the first or second time. Yes, and in this room, go through the top exit and then get that shard bundle on the left. Then break this fake walls to the right and you reach the second sentinel trapped in this capsule. You're going to break the glass and now interact with it, guys, and use the Cogwork heart. You know, we got 3 cog heart pieces, or cogwork pieces, that was from completing their memory puzzles. When you get all 3 of them, they form together automatically to form that heart. And you come to this second sentinel and you use it on him, guys. You need to do that because he leads to some other stuff later. So yes, break the glass, talk with him, guys, use a heart, and then he should fly away. Go back down the bottom exit, go left, and get ready for a gauntlet. Yeah, them enemies, by the way, you can just keep bouncing on them, because I don't think they have a up attack. So yeah, just keep bouncing on them, guys. Yeah, because if not, they just keep attacking if you stay on the ground in front of them. Yeah, watch out for the floors when they're going to move. Now, on the second wave, you want to make sure you're on this right block, like so. Because you see that enemy which has appeared on the left, he will appear on the block which you're not on. And this block on the right has a cog above it. The one on the left doesn't, so it's easy to kill him on this block. And that enemy, if you just keep bouncing in the middle of his head, his steam will miss you, make him really easy to attack. Right, so got 2 of these enemies next. Again, these aren't too bad. They normally take it in turns attacking you, and they normally attack once and then back off. So these 2 next. Them tall knight enemies are like little shields. They do attack above the head slightly, but it doesn't have much of a range. So you can normally just keep bouncing on them to avoid most of their attacks. And hitting them most of the time as well. 2 more of these little critters. And I think it's one more wave after this. Yeah, 13 enemies altogether for that little gauntlet. Right, going to come through here, guys, climb the shaft and get this mask shard. So that's going to complete a mask. So now I've got a 7. Which, nice. I didn't originally plan to have 7 for the final boss. But when I've been trying to work in all these little bits, we've managed to get one in. So going to press that switch to unlock the shortcut gate. Just wait a moment to make sure it's fully unlocked. And then quit and reload to spawn at that recent bench, guys, back in Cogwork Core. Remember, if you quit before shortcuts, or if you quit too quick before a shortcut that's properly unlocked, it might not unlock properly. So just make sure when you do unlock a shortcut, guys, do not quit too quick. I think I did it, you remember, I did it back then a while back. But yes, you want to go to the background door to the right afterwards, climb up, come in this room, hit that cog to unlock the shortcut hook in the middle, and then go to far left hook, guys, use your claw line to open the far left door and go up it, the top exit. Now in this room, it's very, very high, but because you've got a double jump, you can skip a lot of it, or just take a quicker way up, I guess, and avoid most of the enemies. So here, you will want to glide across by using the ring. These 2 enemies on this ledge, by the way, can attack them from below with like no danger, which is nice. So I like to kill these 2 enemies like so. That's it. Build a bit of silk at the same time. Come along here, unlock this little gate. That's it. And I'm going to keep going right. I'm going to go right now all the way to the top, pretty much. Then once you're at the top, you want to bounce over to the left because the exit it's a top exit, but it's on the left side of the screen. So I am going up to the right, like I say, just because it's a simpler way. There's less difficult enemies, and the platforming is a bit easier going up here. I mean, it depends how you are if you're bouncing, guys, but I just personally find this route a bit easier. Yes, I should make it this time. Remember, you want to bounce, double jump, and then glide. Give you a bit more time. You're supposed to hook onto the rings and then glide across on them, but I just find it a bit better doing it that way. Yeah, so in this room, so you've got a puzzle. There's going to be 4 pillars of musical notes. Got them all in the same order. If you mess it up, just try to line it up, guys, because this solution I'm going to give you is it works from a default location. So starting from pillar left to right, so that'd be pillar 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to label these switches from the bottom to the top. So pillar 1, hit switch 1 one time, leave switch 2, hit switch 3 2 times, and hit switch 4 1 time. For pillar 2, hit switch 1 one time, hit switch 2 1 time, leave switch 3, and switch 4 hit 3 times. For pillar 3, leave switch 1, hit switch 2 1 time, leave switch 3, and switch 4 hit it 3 times. And for the final pillar, guys, switch 1 hit it twice, switch 2 hit it once, switch 3 hit it 3 times, and switch 4 hit it 4 times as well. Yeah, I was a bit delayed there with my solutions, but it's all in the text guide. And if you do mess it up anyway, you can either leave the room and come back in to kind of set them back to their default position. I think that works. Or just kind of hit the middle one, bottom one, and try to line them up. It's not too bad if you do mess it up. But I mean, of course, you do want to try and be as quick as possible. And then when you stand on the switch in the middle, stand on the switch and then play your needle in when you get a prompt, guys, to learn melody number 2. Now, when you collect that, it does create a save, so unfortunately you can't quit and reload to get back down quicker. You have to take a long way down. So yes, that's melody number 2. We've got 1 more to get, and then we can go and engage the final boss. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to glide down. It's a much safer way. You can try to get down a bit quicker, but if you've not been down this room before, you're probably going to get hit quite a lot. Yeah, I like to go right through there, because if you go left, as you can see, you have to go horizontal quite a bit, and you might not be able to do it in time. So you want to go right just below them enemies, and then keep gliding down. In this room, drop down the middle. you'll see we're back in the room where the elevator is. Take the bottom exit, guys, go through the left background door. Gonna save your game. That's it, we're gonna make our way to a bench just before the high halls. And in tomorrow's video we're gonna do the high halls area, do lace, and also do grandmother silk. Yeah, two very different bosses with their moves. So in this room, I went back into where the elevator was and I've gone through the far left exit. I'm going to take out these two big enemies. Hopefully I don't die at the same time. Your silk spear, by the way, works really well on these. There's quite a lot of damage. So when we do farm later, you'll probably use the silk spear. Unless I have something else at the time which is better. Yeah, out of Threadstorm and silk spear, which currently have, the silk spear skill works better. So once you kill them, take left exit, drop down slightly, and take top left exit opposite. In this room, we're going to take out these three, because you see that one with like the little needle weapon, similar to mine. He's going to drop a, I've got a name of the item now. He's going to drop a fine pin. We need 12 of these for one of the quests we've got. So I'm going to kill them first three, get the fine pin, and then there's one at the top here, which I would have killed, but I've only got one mask. So I'm going to quickly go to this bench on the left just to rest up. Then I'm going to go back in, guys, going to make a way up. Kill this enemy at the top. And I'm also going to loot his chest. There's his chest at the top here, and it's got 85 rosaries inside it, which is quite a lot. So yeah, that enemy there, so he's going to drop a fine pin as well. Yeah, so any enemies for that kind of pin weapon, they're the ones which should drop the fine pin. But unfortunately, the enemies on the gauntlet coming up in tomorrow's video, they do not drop the fine pin, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, because we did a gauntlet earlier on, didn't we? Back in the Greymoor. Those enemies did drop part of the items needed for a quest we were doing at the time. But yes, once got that chest, all the rosaries, and got a second fine pin, I'm going to come to this bench, rest. Quit me though, guys. As always, just quit. I'm going to show you my time, that bit of part 7. Hey, welcome to part 8. We are about to finish the game finally. Not the platinum, just finish the game for the first time. Get a 5-hour trophy out of the way. Remember, if you can't make this for whatever reason, your first time playing, you didn't want to reload saves, anything like that, you can do it again at the end of doing everything else. So don't worry too much. The main thing really is get the 30-hour trophy done, because you don't want to be doing that one again, because it's quite a long trophy. But if you get that one out of the way, you have plenty of experience, and then you can just do this first 8 videos again at the end on a new file, guys, and get his trophy. So don't worry too much if you don't get a speedrun trophy right now. You can do it again at the end. So top left of that room we spawned in, I got a silk from the little roller on top left, and then I took the top right exit. We're in high halls, of course. There's a very difficult gauntlet coming up, and we've got 2 boss fights. There's not really much collected in this video. Probably the 15 minutes or so of it just fighting enemies. You get, like I say, you got a gauntlet which takes quite a while, and the 2 bosses, which take a bit longer because I play it kind of safe with them, especially with lace. You see what I mean when we get to that fight. So in this room, yes, in that long vertical passage, we took the top exit, and this room is quite tricky to get upwards. There's no wall to grab onto, and there's no ledges, so you kind of have to get up there by hanging on the rings. And there's 2 enemies attacking you at the same time. There's only one at the moment, but if you don't defeat him, eventually you have 2 of them attacking you. So what I like to do is get rid of this first enemy. It's going to take about 6-8 hits to kill him, and then the one at the top, because he's just by himself after this, I just kind of leave him and try to jump on him to get a bit higher. But yeah, that's one of them out of the way. It wouldn't be so bad if your colour line didn't really use any silk, but every time you use a colour line, you loosen your silk and you loosen that ability to heal, of course. Yeah, so that one there. Of course, if you fall down trying to kill him, you've got a much further way to get back up. So there you go, spore fragment at the top, guys. Spore fragment number 1, or sorry, times 1. I'm going to go back down the bottom, through a bottom exit, and then take a top right exit over here. You've got another kind of like diagonal shaped passage to get through with the water flowing down. We're going to get through this one quickly because that enemy there's quite annoying. It'll keep lobbing them little flies at you. Here, an enemy will drop down on the right. So wait for the enemy to drop down and then bounce on him. If you try to jump straight across when the enemy's not appeared yet, he'll just drop down and hit you. So you want to move right, wait for him to drop down, then jump on him and get past. In this room, head upwards because there's a massive bundle of rosaries in that chest. I think it's 60 in there. Yes, and you want to glide down here carefully, and you need to hang on the hooks to unlock the spikes like so. When you are gliding, try not to hit your head too much because I'm not sure if it's a bug or not, but sometimes when you catch your head on a ceiling, it knocks you out of the gliding animation, so you just kind of fall onto the spikes. So just be careful you don't knock into anything. And then second ring, after releasing the second set of spikes, we're going to take the next left exit below. Yeah, this one here. And if you're low on health, guys, what you can do is keep going out, coming back in, and attacking this enemy a few times. Go out, come back in, attack him. Go out, come back in, attack him. You're going to see me doing that a bit later, actually. So in this room, you're going to come to this bench, and you want to craft the cog fly. You can only do this if you've got one craft metal. I think we've got 1 or 2. The total number at the moment escapes my mind. I know we have used a few since, or sorry, up to now, but I think we do have another one, which we have collected. So once you made the cog fly, come back through the right exit, then carry on downwards in this room. There'll be a fake wall coming up here, so you're going to smash this fake wall here. Take 3 hits, I believe. That's it. And we're going to make our way to bottom left. We're going to break the fake wall and then go out. It'll create a little shortcut, but what I like about this spot is if you're low in health, there's literally an enemy right outside, so you can quickly attack the enemy twice, go back in, come back out, attack it twice. So of course, when you change rooms, the enemy get their health back. Yeah, I find this works really well. So you just keep coming in, attacking them, guys, going back out, back in again. That's it, until you build up enough to heal with. Because getting through this part is quite tricky, actually, getting from that first bench at the start of the video up to the next bench. Yeah, especially on your first time coming through here. Then once you're back in this room, quickly run along there, because if you're not quick enough, a big enemy's going to spawn and get in your way. But if you're quick enough, you can get through before he spawns. You're going to go back a SARM cylinder. Once you've got a SARM cylinder, you're going to drop down and go back through the right exit, back into this long vertical corridor with spikes. Carry on down a bit more, use a ring to release the final set of spikes, and I'm going to go through the left exit. If you go down, by the way, and then go right, there's a bench, so you might want to go save your game first, then come up here. But once you're in this room, grab a frayed rosary ring, attack that carriage to make it bounce off the wall to allow you to get behind it, and then hit it to here where the water is flowing down, guys, and then jump up this hidden shaft and enter the background door. In this room, you want to be quick, run to the second carriage, knock it to right until it's below that fake ceiling where you can see the light coming in. Quickly attack the fake ceiling, guys, and jump up. Once you're up there, the enemies will not follow you. And the reason you don't want to be killing the enemies is because they'll just keep spawning. They just keep spawning in that room. And once you're up here, cut that silk. And what that does, cutting that silk, you know, the enemies which were just spawning, it basically stops them from spawning. So they don't spawn anymore, which is nice, because some enemies are normally random. You might think, is that enemy missable? But no, because when you cut that silk and stop the enemies from spawning, you know, around the map, it's not just that room, they stop them pretty much throughout the game now. It automatically completes their journal entry, which is nice. Okay, and here, so at the bench, we're going to rest. You're going to use that memory locket to unlock the final red tool, and you want to make sure you equip the cog fly, and you want to unequip the magnetite brooch and equip the ancestral grip in its place. Is that the name of it? I think it's ancestral something else. Basically the tool which allows you to hold onto the wall. So yes, use memory locket on that extra free red slot, equip the cog fly, and you also want to equip the ancestral grip, whatever it's called. You want to replace magnetite bridge. And then we unlock the ventrica, because there was a ventrica to the right of the bench. There's also a map station, so you want to buy the map. Unlock the ventrica, guys, go left. Hit that lever to unlock a little shortcut, and then come in here to this gauntlet. So this gauntlet, there's about 25 enemies. There's a few less now that we've made it so them claw maiden enemies don't spawn. But be very careful here, guys. You want to keep your silk to heal with as well. and you'll see your after image will be coming in quite useful here. You know, the memory locket thing. Sorry, memory crystal. So you get 3 enemies, then 3, and then it's 2. So always try to keep that silk high, guys. And if you're low in health, or even if it's just 1 health missing and new enemies are spawned, you might want to use it just so that when you kill in new enemies, you can be building up more silk. You also want to stay near high health, because your health can go down very, very fast, especially when enemies doing double damage. Once you kill them 2 enemies, now these 2, try to kill these 2 as quick as you can. Now here you might want to use your third storm, because these little cogflies will keep lobbing them at you, and if you let a fight go on too long it gets really messy, so you want to quickly try to kill them. The good thing about third storm is it also destroys the little flies. And once you kill them 2, next up you've got this big enemy. So this big enemy does 2 damage. He's not too bad at the moment because he's by himself, but there'll be 2 of them later, and a good way is a bit longer, but we're going to be doing it later when there's 2 of them, is if you cling to the top of the wall, they actually can't hit you, but you will only be able to hit them when they are jumping. Yeah, so with the item we got, that tool, guys, Ancestral Grip, whatever it's called, you can just stay in place when you're hanging onto a wall, and you just stay out of reach. They might patch this eventually. They might make it so when he jumps, he jumps a bit closer to the wall and he can contact you. I'm not quite sure. I mean, if it does, you're just going to have to fight him normally, but hopefully this will always work. But it's not really massively useful when there's just 1, but it's when there's 2 of them, that's when that comes in really helpful, that little tip. And he actually takes about 20 hits to kill this big guy. Yeah, 18 to 20 hits they take to kill. Yeah, so as they jump, you just normally hit them once. And they drop a little bundle of silk as well, so you can get that. And then back to these 3 enemies again. So I need to bloody heal up now. Yeah, like I say, your health can go down very, very fast. So yeah, sometimes I do use silk just to heal up 1 mask. But it's not because I know I'm not gonna... They're weak enemies and I shouldn't really get hit that much. So there's another 3. Got 2 flying ones now and 1 on the floor. Yeah, so you see that guy on the floor with the like little needle weapon? They're the ones which can drop the fine pin. But unfortunately, during this gauntlet, they don't drop it, which is a shame. Because we would have got quite a lot during this. 3 more. Now you got them 2 kind of flying ones which like to do like a little combo. And one of the weak enemies which lob the projectiles. Just keep moving away, guys. Yeah, but I like to just keep switching which side of the screen I'm on. Attack him as they move to my side, and then as they get closer to my side, I jump and move over to the other side. Now again, got that enemy with the 3 flies. Immediately focus on him, guys. Try to get him out of the fight as soon as you can. Yeah, because some flies, they kind of have like a homing feature as well, and they're quite tricky to avoid. Now we've got these 2 big guys. These are the final 2 for this gauntlet. So now I'm going to use the cog flies. That's what I've been waiting. I don't like to use my tools too much because it uses your shell shards, and we're going to need them later. But now we're going to be getting this 5-hour trophy out of the way. We can probably afford to farm a bit more, you know. So once we complete the game, going into part 9, if you ever want to farm, guys, you can. Like I say, we've got plenty of time for the 30-hour trophy. So with them cog flies, it just speeds up the fight a little bit because it deals quite a bit of damage to them. Like I say, these are going to take about 20 hits each to kill him. And when there's just 1 remaining, I'm going to probably drop down and just use my third storm on him, and that'll probably finish him off. If you're quick and time it right, you can sometimes hit them twice when they jump up. But it's quite tricky and it's very reliant on their position when they jump to you. Because you can kind of hit them on the way up and you catch them again on the way down. But they've got to be kind of close to you. You might have seen me do it. I think I only did it once during this fight. Right, so yep. Like I say, these big guys drop a small little silk bundle. And I'm just going to use my third. There we go. Got him. So yeah, that's one of the hardest gauntlets in the game then. So all we've got now is 2 bosses. We're going to kill 2 of them big enemies on the way back to the bench, to the middle of the Cogwork Core. Just get a few more rosaries. Right, so yes, come left, talk to Conductor Bellardo. Yes, and he's going to help you learn the final melody. Yeah, so that gauntlet was probably longer than these boss fights coming up. Not together, but then longer than each individual fight, I would say. Laces, not too bad, but looking at my timeline, Grandmother Milk is a bit longer. Grandmother Milk, later on by the way, we do have to fight her without the ability to heal for a trophy. So if you take a long time on Grandmother Silk, it's not a bad thing. The more you learn her, the better. Because later on you're going to have to learn it without the ability to heal, and so it's going to take a bit longer. Yeah, so I'm just killing these two big enemies now. So from the melody room I went right, right again, went down that small little shortcut. We're back into the Coral, what's it called? Oh, Coral Chambers, that's it. Back in here now, going to kill these two big enemies. Yes, them core maidens, which can sometimes randomly spawn, they're never going to spawn again, guys, because we cut that silk. So again, 30 rosaries. I don't have magnetite brooch at the moment, so make sure you run into the items to collect them. Once you're back in here, in the Cogwork Core, interact with the elevator, you get some dialogue, and then when the prompt appears, guys, play your needle in. Now you've got all three melodies. It's going to unlock the elevator, and this will take you basically up to the last two bosses of the game. When you defeat the final boss, by the way, the game loads you back in at the bench just before it, so you can't defeat Lace again, but you can keep redoing the final boss. So don't worry about if you beat her once you can't beat her again. You can do, like I say, we're beat her once now. Later on when we do the cursed, we'll go and beat her again while cursed, and we've got to beat her again when we're going for the true ending. So you've got to beat her kind of like 3 times altogether. My strategy for Lace is very, very fast. She's very similar to when you fought her much earlier in the game, if you remember, but a lot of her attacks are extended now. Kind of like, she kind of doubles up on a lot of her attacks, and she's faster. But because she's faster and she reacts faster, she'll also parry you quicker, and a parry can be quite hard to avoid now. So not a parry, the counter she does. Because if you hit her weapon when she's got it in like a parry stance, she'll almost attack you straight away after, and you have to be almost like perfect to dodge it. So what I like to do is just bounce on her instead. And all I've done, guys, once your elevator's unlocked, come down and save your game at that bench. So if you die, you don't have too far to go. Then go back up, use the elevator, it's going to trigger a cutscene, and we've got a boss fight with Lace. So you'll see me, what I'm doing, I'm just going to bounce on her. The reason I like to bounce is because it sets you up ready to evade her next attack. So I'm just going to keep bouncing. Just once, I'm going to try to just bounce and then dodge to the side of the screen, which has a bit bigger ledge for me, or a bigger space. Because if you're right on the edge of the screen, or the ledge, sometimes you'll do an attack and you'll just get caught in it because you've got nowhere to dodge to. Except for to the other side, of course. And you might just end up dodging into it. But it's nice to always keep near the kind of centre, or switching direction. You know, so you don't kind of work your way into a corner. So this is it, guys. Just keep doing double jump and bounce on her. When I open double jump, just the bounce is what I mean. But yeah, that attack where she jumps in the air and does some 3 circles, that's one which can hit you if you let her kind of like corner you onto one side of the platform. That's why I like to keep changing direction after getting to the end. Of course, it's a slow way to do it, but I think this is safer. Yeah, it sets you up nice with the bounce, I think. That's it, just keep doing that, guys. Didn't take me too many attempts to learn her, actually, doing it this way. Because we kind of learned her moveset a little bit earlier on. Like I say, now she just kind of do all a bit longer. She does some Twilight, for example, that she's doing it twice. Sometimes when she does her dash, by the way, she might do it twice, so you've got to be careful with that. The reason she keeps only normally doing it once because I'm just in the air for too long, and so it kind of makes her avoid doing it a second time. Yeah, and of course just keep saving your silk to heal with. So always remember when she does that massive circle and she's going to dash across and then do like a ground pound into the floor, she's going to do that twice. And when you are avoiding it, try to make sure you're not between it and lace, because what can happen then is when she goes to do it the second time, she can actually like dart through you when she goes to the middle of that circle and it can damage you. That's why you want to try and be the other side of the circle, like this. And got her. Have I? I know it's just a third stage, I think it is. Get a bit ahead of myself then. Oh, but I have got her now. So it's not too bad. Not too bad, but you don't have to fight her in that stage again. It's just grandmother milk or silk that you have to fight 3 times. Right, so get through a dialogue. We're going to get another silk heart. With this second silk heart, it will make it so we automatically regenerate 2 silk. And later on when you get 3, you automatically regenerate 3. You get a trophy as well for beating Lace in the cradle. So once you jump into the orb floating in the sky, you get sent to a memory. Just make your way to the top of this, guys, and you'll find the silk heart at the top. 2 of these silk hearts are story related, but the third one is not. We do need it for the true ending. You may not directly need it for true ending, but there's a lot of items which you're just going to get naturally when you're going for key items which are needed for true ending. There we go, silk heart number 2. 3 altogether in the end, by the time we've got a third one later on. So from here, we're going to go through a door on the right, go up slightly and there'll be a bench and a ventricle. The ventricle here is already unlocked, the terminus one. And then we'll make our way up to the boss by map on the way up, unlock a shortcut, so if you do keep dying, you've not got too far to go. Yes, just rest of that bench, guys. Make way up here and take the left exit above. Head straight through this room, take the far left exit. Then you're going to climb up this shaft and there'll be a map station just here. You're going to buy the map for the cradle for 70 rosaries. Grandmother Milk, all of her attacks, Grandmother Silk, all of her attacks will do 2 damage pretty much, except for when she spawns the spikes. If she spawns the spikes and you land on them, they only do 1 damage if I remember. Yeah, so in there, just unlock that shortcut, just allow us to get back up quicker later if we need to. Right, you're going to make your way up, and in this passage on the right will be some shell shards. You want to grab them, shell shards times 30, which is a nice amount. Then just continue upwards. Yeah, each time you die you got to go through a small bit of platforming again, but it's not too bad. Yeah, so at the top here, the ball of silk, interact with the prompt where it says challenge, guys, and you're going to challenge the final boss. Yeah, so the more practice you can get this boss, the better, because later on, the second time we've got a fighter without the ability to heal. So she's going to keep sending them daggers at you, them little pins. And when you try to avoid them, there'll always be a gap between which you can jump through. Try not to double jump, and when she does that slash, you see like the little sparkle, you want to try to double jump to avoid it. And that's all it is for the time being. There's no contact damage, which is nice. And this, remember, you can float to avoid that. Yeah, if you get caught in them silk strands which cover the screen, she's going to deal 3 damage to you. So make sure you avoid that, guys, at all costs. She'll do that twice in a row eventually. That's it. Remember to float, because it'll actually, gliding actually keeps you in the air longer than what you think. So try to use that when you can't avoid that silk strand. And always try to jump just a single time when jumping for pins. I know sometimes you have to double jump because you know you're already in the air when she starts them, and you know you're going to land and hit them. You don't have a choice. It's just hard to control your jumping height when you're doing a double jump. So try to jump normally if you can do, to avoid the pins, you know, when you jump through a gap. But if you can't double jump, But like I say, the double jump is harder to control the height. So this is the second stage. And she takes, if I remember, she takes about 30 hits or 35 hits the first time to enter the second stage. And then for the second stage, she takes about 40 hits. So it's about 70 hits altogether. So now she's going to be sending down these spikes and the rocks. Yeah, them spikes will deal 1 damage, but I believe if you do land on the spikes, they get removed instantly. And always keep healing because she does 2 damage, guys. Don't want your health get too low. Yeah, so attacks are very similar, just now she spawns rocks from the ceiling and she also chugs little spikes. You know when the spikes are coming, because instead of like a massive like 10 strands with all like little rocks in them, we just get like 2 strands come from the ceiling. That means she's going to summon some spikes. And you just saw the massive webs of silk she did. She'll do it twice now. Like I said, if they get caught in that, guys, it's going to be 3 damage. So spikes are coming down. You don't have to attack her if you think she's covered too much of the floor with spikes. So that's what happens, you get caught in that, guys. Quite nasty. Yeah, if you think it's too many spikes between you and her, you can always just wait for the spikes to disappear. That's what I do sometimes. I'm not quite sure if I do it here. I'm getting caught by bloody everything now. But luckily I just got her. Yeah, so I double jumped through the pins then. And I need to heal up if I can. Lucky that was. Yeah, so got her. Nice. So when you have got her, you'll be on top of her. Just keep binding her. And press the circle. It's a shame you didn't get to stay in this like overpowered mode. Would have been nice, wouldn't it? So for example, we collect almost everything in the game, or you collect these very hard to find items. If you enter this mode permanently, I think that could be nice. Just like a little reward. Because the whole of this platinum is basically like a... it's quite difficult. Would have been nice to have been overpowered at some point. You know, quite easy. But yes, once beat her, you'll get a trophy for beating her and getting that ending. I'm going to skip through credits. I fast forwarded this to more like 1000 speed. So yes, eventually you'll get to your game completion time after the credits. And there we go, 3 hours 24. You get a Speedrunner trophy. And the reason it's going to say 3 hours 29 on my save file, I think that's because it didn't count. It counted the credits. Your game completion, I think that counts. As soon as you deal with the final blow to the final boss, that kind of stops. And yeah, there it is, Speedrunner trophy. Complete the game in under 5 hours, and we also unlock Still Soul mode. You can also unlock that mode by putting in a button sequence on the title screen, but of course you didn't need to. Okay, so that'll be it for part 8, guys. Still got the rest of Platinum to go. We'll continue that in part 9 tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.